This is either madness or brilliance.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. First off, happy Rumtober to all of you out there. Thank you for joining us. Second off, happy 2-year anniversary to all of us here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Let's bring in the crew. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Give Me Money, the GMM Network, Bogard Scott Free.
Hey, 2-year anniversary, give me money.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Congrats to you, Admiral. You know what I mean? I just want to say, I want to thank you again, man. You know, you when you found me, I was in the gutter. You picked me up, dusted me off, threw me on the pirate ship. You know, I went from swabbing the decks to now I'm one of the co-pilots, and I'm happy to be aboard. You know what I'm saying? Happy anniversary, brother.
Hell yeah. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, representing our combat sports division on Rumboyz.com, we call him the bearded one, Jake the Great. What's going on, bro?
Doing well, man. And ironically, this was close to a year for me. I think my first one was Thanksgiving last year.
Yeah.
So close to a year for me.
Yeah, all because of breaking AB news. Yeah, I remember. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the hard work you do, man. So, always happy to have you aboard. Let's see. And our chief editor over on Rumboyz.com. Miles, the fantasy football peacock. What is good, bro?
Shiver me timbers. Congratulations, man. 2 freaking years. That's great in the in this industry. Not a lot of people will stick around, and obviously big support. You know, I started watching your show close to around a year ago, and would just chime in on the comments, and then asked if you needed a writer. And here we are. Right now, I'm editing all this stuff and putting out as much as I can to help the crew keep that ship going.
Hell yeah. And
So
tonight's
just glad to
special
be here,
guest,
dude.
guys.
Congratulations.
Hey, I appreciate it. Tonight's special guest, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen him on Twitter, Instagram, all over social media. He represents the Bolstered Up Sports Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Bolster. What is good, Brian?
What's good, guys? I appreciate you having me. First off, congratulations. 2-year anniversary. Very impressive. You guys have a great reputation, and you guys have fun, and that's what it's all about. So I appreciate you having me.
Hey, greatly appreciate you for joining us tonight. And we are going to have some fun tonight. Before we get into, of course, our ad reads paying some bills. Let's go ahead, fellas. We gotta christen the show. We have to it wouldn't be a 2-year anniversary without this, gentlemen. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rub boys and girls. What it do? Dilly. I appreciate every single one of you. All 2,150 of you. You guys are the shit. Woo!
Oh yeah.
That's a nice number.
That is. I'm super impressed, by the way. Even when I took some time off, to go help, in the community, pass laws, came back. It was like we never left. We've been rocking ever since. So, it's only gonna get bigger, badder, and better. But Bogard, Monkey Knife Fight.
Hey. Well, speaking of getting bigger and badder and better, that's been us on these props every week. You know what I'm saying? And the props I'm talking about is over there at monkeyknifefight.com.
Hey.
For everybody that enjoys legal, legit daily fantasy sports prop action, this is the spot you go to. And when you go to this spot, you use promo code Rumboyz, all capitals, and we'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. We killing it on the less or more. We killing it on the rapid fires, bro. If you want to get some money and start killing it with us, go ahead on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code Rumboyz, and you be yelling, Monkey Knife Fight, give me money.
Hey, I was yelling that a lot Sunday.
Yeah,
I was yelling. Hey, I literally put in my props, cashed out, ordered food, and sent you guys my victory meal. I was like, yo, I got a freaking Philly cheesesteak calzone and freaking 14 wings. Like, I am living life.
That looks good.
And I want to tell you something too, Rumboys and girls. This is where you can get immediate gratification, like Robbie just said. You win the money, give me the money. You ain't trying to, these other sites. I'm not trying to say, we ain't gonna say no names. But these other sites sometimes it be kind of a hassle to get your money. Yeah, it's like, listen, give me money. You know what I mean?
They got other sports on there too, Bogey. Right now the MLB is in full playoff swing, full playoff mode. So you can play home run derby on there. You can take the more or less on the strikeouts for the pitchers as well. A couple of things to look at there besides just your obvious other sports. I think they have. Yeah. I think they got they got the combat stuff that Jake likes to talk about too. So Monkey Knife Fight doing it right.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. I want to remind everyone out there about sportscaster.com. Listen, Sportscaster has been rocking with the Rumboyz since like day one. We have been a perfect family together. So I'm here to let you guys know, no more. Don't get spoon-fed your sports by the same old boring networks, all right? Join sportscaster.com. Find content creators who speak your language. Meet fans that root for your teams. And also, you're going to be a part of the biggest online sports community on the internet. Host your own live streams, create your own podcast, or follow experts. Like, guys, their Clutch Points is over there, Yard Barkers over there, the Rumboyz Fantasy Networks are certified experts over there. Get on over to sportscaster.com. Follow broadcasters from all around the world. And also, you can download the Sportscaster app on all Apple iOS devices. One thing I also want to toss out for Sportscaster really quick, okay? One thing that was not in that ad. Sportscaster, the studio that we have, all the lighting, the green screen, Sportscaster sent us that. We won a competition and we got rewarded, and they sent us a $400 plus studio setup. Nice. We got to interview 40 different NFL rookies at the NFL PA Rookie Premiere. That is a very, very exclusive event. Like, very exclusive. Yeah. Like, that's where I met Matthew Berry. That's where I met Michael Vick and Terrell Davis. All those pictures that you guys are seeing during the intro. That's where I really got to build up a lot of connections in this industry. Podcasters, you are going to be earning revenue from day one, and your structure increases off the different levels, and your levels usually build throughout the months. Okay. You're earning from your referral programs to advertisements to the donation system. So many different avenues of approach.
I think I need to sign up Sportscaster myself.
Exactly.
I got
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I covered the TBL, the Professional Basketball League. I was making exclusive cash through calling those games. Pre-COVID. Guys, I cannot urge you enough to get on over to sportscaster.com.
Yeah, it sounds like they giving money out over there. We like that. Give me money.
It's a bag, bro. It's a bag. Yeah. It's a bag. Hey, fellas, y'all ready to get into to some sports? What we're all here for?
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, so we're actually going to start off tonight in reverse order. Brian, if you don't know, if you play fantasy football, you know what a snake draft is. Snake order.
Sir.
Yep. So yeah, we just go in a snake order, and that's how we go through. And we drop our takes. And I don't know why I just closed out of the notepad when I know I got to go to the show sheet, which is in the notepad. Sorry, these things happen in the field.
Hey,
so
first, this can occur.
Yep, things like this can occur in the field. We've been around each other too long, Bogard.
We're handling this situation better than the Titans.
Oh gosh, that was terrible. Too soon. First question: Thursday night football recap. We brought this up Thursday night. If you guys call it the pregame show, is Nick Foles Tom Brady's new kryptonite? We said that we were going to be bringing it up if the Bears pulled the W off. Brian, how do you feel, brother?
Well, definitely, he has something. 2-0 against Brady, most notably the Super Bowl, and that was a completely different game than what we saw on Thursday night. Game in the 50s versus a game at 1920. But Nick Foles just has a way of making plays at the end of the game. I definitely think he's got something, and he might be in his head because Brady seems to forget the downs there. So there's definitely something to that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brady's age showed up real fast right there. Huh? He was like,
Yeah.
Dementia.
Hey.
Alzheimer's.
That man had a J.R. Smith moment. You guys remember the NBA
Yeah.
Finals?
When he dribbled it out, he
the
dribbled out
Hennessy
the time.
game? Yeah, the
Like,
Hennessy
LeBron,
game.
LeBron's like, pass me,
Like, you
that.
should-
Give me the ball.
You should have take the shot or pass the ball.
something. That was a crazy game. I did not expect that for that to happen.
When you looked at his face too, he legit didn't know. He was like, oh,
Yeah, you saw the face. That's
He
not
thought-
that. The meme
Right.
is out there. The meme is out
Oh,
there with
yeah.
Tom Brady right now. But yeah, no, I agree there. Nick Foles definitely has something on Tom Brady, some sort of edge. Maybe it's maybe it carried on from the Super Bowl into this game. But he didn't look good in the beginning of that first half.
He looked terrible.
They were down 13-0. It took him a little while. So not only is Nick Foles maybe a second half of the season quarterback, maybe he's just a second half of every game type of quarterback too. We don't know yet. He's just getting accustomed to the Bears, I guess, taking over for Trubisky as some of our colleagues would call him in articles.
Trubisky.
Make sure you check those out on Rumboyz.com. But
That's right.
But 2-0 against Brady, and Brady is 2 for 2 walking away after the game and not shaking his hand.
Hey, really quick, guys. Hey, everyone
He's a
subscribe.
poor
Everyone
sport.
subscribe to Biracially Unfiltered. That's me and my girl's vlog channel. It's like you want kind of like a behind the scenes, like look, into my life, like our life. Like it's pretty cool. Like it's honestly really, 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 really awesome.
Yeah, I got the. You need to shoot me that link.
I got you, B. I got
know what
you.
I'm saying? And I'm about to hit that subscribe from all my. I think I got like three YouTube user joints. So go ahead and subscribe to all 3.
Gosh, look, our Jake, your take.
Well, Brady clearly had all the opportunities to take that game over. They ran the ball better. They had a better setup for him to succeed throughout the entire game. And he just didn't do it. He missed passes too. I'm not sure if it's a Foles thing as much as if you hit him, he will make mistakes. Like the Eli Manning thing was a joke because he got beat twice by Manning in the Super Bowl, but both times he was hit, and it was a game where he was actually beat up. The Bears beat him up. So I think if you just hit Brady and you pressure him and the refs don't give him the late flags, he'll get frustrated and it's going to turn out that type of game.
He was up out there yelling at motherfuckers too.
They were looking for some flags. Yeah, he was also without Chris Godwin, obviously, and then he didn't target Scotty fucking Miller like once all damn game.
Bro, hey, hold on. No. We had this discussion. That is your dumbass fault for leaving him in your lineup. Like, that is your fault.
Dude,
you did what I did
leagues.
last week. You did what I did last week where I left Julio in, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, dude, I had too many leagues, and then the game started. Like, I got back from the store, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, he's still in there. I didn't take him out. He was like, in case AJ Brown doesn't play type of player, and he somehow wound up in my fucking roster. Yeah, too many leagues, guys. Keep it to like where you can control it. Because I have 2 platforms, Yahoo and Sleeper going back and forth. Anyway,
bro, I got NFL Sleeper and then myfantasyleague.com. I hate my life.
I got a best ball on my fantasy league. I don't like to fuck with anything else up there.
Roblox, definitely buy some merch. Support the boys.
Oh yeah, I just got paid. I'm gonna get myself some new shit from the shop.
You know the most important thing that you need right now out of the shop is the Rumboyz face mask. Everyone needs to protect themselves during the pandemic.
No, that's fucking true, man. And then they can see us right on our face. I want one with a big ass tongue. You know what? And design some new shit.
I want one that's actually my face, like this, the bottom half of my face.
Good old Pete,
So
we need a vlog command.
It's a beard. You know what I mean? Give me one of them.
Well, Gar, don't play because now Miles has the ability to eat. Yeah, so some shit's about to really pop off on the merch line. Merch Tuesdays is gonna be a thing. Like,
yes,
we pop it. You should check out the thumbnails this coming weekend for NFL AM and the Rum Zone. They're gonna be delicious.
I know.
Hey, you got them thumbnails popping. We got to start making shirts out of.
Yeah, check this out, man. That's us as the league back there on the After Dark, right behind Robbie.
Yes.
That's fucking
Am I
dope.
Ralphie?
No, you're I think you're Taco.
No, I'm Taco.
Nice.
No, you're Taco. He's Pete.
Okay, nice.
And then y'all fucking made me Ruxin, of course.
Of course, man. I had to put you there. I knew he's your favorite, so I had to put you there.
Hey, never mind. I'm not gonna say those words. I'm not gonna say that. I was about to do the Ruxin fucking video. I will insert my infant child.
Oh man, I love that show.
Bogart, your take.
I think,
Forever unclean.
you know what? I think there is like an intangible, factor when it comes to Nick Foles for sure. Because I'm saying he's a good Christian. White Jesus loves him.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Anytime he's like, you know what I mean. Anytime he wants someone in life, he just prays. You know what I mean?
You saw him in the fourth quarter. He just like looked up.
Yeah, he's like, come on, give me this. I mean,
fight. Oh,
Yeah,
Dwight
fight.
Howard,
The Lakers
shit
are
out that
fighting?
motherfucker. Jimmy Butler, you better calm your ass down, boy. You better calm your ass. We might be in Orlando, but I'll treat you like we in LA. I'll treat you like we in LA, boy.
They about to get
Go ahead,
up.
Go ahead, Bogart.
Yeah, so I think I like Jake's take because that is true, man. Like Brady is still statuesque. You know what I mean? He's not the young, spry, running head first. You know what I'm saying? Type of quarterback anymore. Like like in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
He's getting lit up.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah. I mean, guys, think a young Brady ran like a 5.1. So
yeah.
You don't want that.
What?
Jimmy Butler, are you serious?
All you gotta do is get him off his spot. And that's all you gotta do. Everything is timing orientated.
I'm about to have a Nipsey moment, bro. I'm having a Nipsey where I'm hiking up my shorts and I'm ready to go in there. And I'm like, bro, do I have to come off this?
Is Ric Flair gonna walk out of the tunnel right now?
Bro, do I have to come off of my front porch seat to beat your ass, Jimmy Butler? Like, gosh.
Is Ric Flair on the court yet?
Go ahead. Hey, Brian, the passion is real over here, bro.
Hey, I'm a Lakers fan too, so
hey, bro.
I'm definitely Lakers all the way. Hope we close it out tonight, and I think LeBron's got it in the bag.
Man, that man just hugged Dwight around the waist and was like yanking him and like trying to ragdoll him, bro. Like this is basketball. This ain't football. Like he tried. Like remember when Ricky Williams used to get tackled by his braids? That's what that shit just looked like.
Wow,
like, bro.
Ricky Williams.
Well, who got ragdolled last night? Last night was Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah,
did y'all see Khalil Mack absolutely just sun him? Like,
that shit was bad.
And Keyshawn
he was tired running around him so much. It was just so easy. He ran out of energy because he kept getting too close to Brady. He's like, can you block me twice so I don't have to run?
So my coaches in high school used to tell me, utilize your upper body violence. And that straight up was upper body violence by Khalil Mack. He was like, little boy, get off. Who the fuck you think you playing with? Like, dog. Like, that was crazy. That was crazy. And it kept happening over and over and over again.
Right. And, like, even Brady had words. He had words with words, too. You know what I mean? Like, you
saw him on the sideline. He was kind of pissed.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know what's funny? It's like, the Tampa Bay Brady experience so far, it's you could tell he knows he's in a completely different culture. You know what I mean? like bro, the Patriots are such a serious organization. You know what I mean? Like serious as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And now you got Brady over here with someone who's who's arguably one of the more reckless coaches. You know what I mean? Like he's a risk it for the biscuit guy. Like literally, like that's his saying.
He's like, I don't care who my running back is. As long as he blocks or whatever the fuck.
That's literally my saying. I love it. I love it that you just did that. Let's see here. I feel like I was the one who painted the narrative. So yeah, I feel like Nick Foles is Tom Brady's kryptonite. And what's worse about this narrative is Tom Brady, your pieces of kryptonite are Eli Manning and freaking Nick Foles. Like this man was once coached by Jeff Fisher.
It's like Brady has the edge over Manning, like the other Manning. You know what I'm saying? The great one.
Howard, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
The one with the bigger head.
Good. Tell her I said she better take care of you, dog. I want my writers being taken care of. You know.
What I'm talking about? Yeah,
what I'm about.
What
are you talking about? Oh yeah,
I don't know, but I'm feeling it.
We're about to get into our second topic. Craziest moment from Thursday Night Football, was it Brady for getting it down? The one-handed Jimmy Graham catch, or I'm sorry, but the Rumboyz completely just predicting the fucking under. Like, who does that? Bogart, go ahead.
You know what? I'll go with Jimmy Grandpa in the one-handed catch. That shit was old man strength right there. Like, that was a phenomenal catch right there.
No, that
you know
old
what I mean?
man strength is a real thing. I'm feeling it like getting into my 30s. Like I understand.
Like, I have no problems opening jars these days.
Exactly. Yeah, it's perfect fine, bro.
Hold on 1 second. My fam's about to dip.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
go
I
ahead,
heard
go
them in
ahead.
the background, and I started like freaking out. Like I was looking out the door because like nobody's here at my house right now. So I was like,
Miles is having a dad week into himself.
no.
lie.
My wife went to drop off the kids at grandma at her parents' house, so she'll be back in like they talk forever. So she'll be back by the end of the show, hopefully.
Oh, y'all about to have a grown up weekend.
No, just tonight,
Nice.
whatever. And tomorrow I got to go back, pick them up, go visit my folks on the other side of town. So
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, like when I first started like indulging on the show, like like probably like after the first month of me being on, right? I started, throwing the mushrooms in a tank, and I'm hearing you guys through the headphones, and I'm like, I gotta get used to this. I'm like, it's kind of intense. I was like, this kind of intense, like
You're training.
Yeah,
Ninjutsu.
and now I got my purple belt now, or or my brown belt, whatever, whichever one. You know what I mean? I'm
You're a
moving
10th
up.
planet guy. You get messed up before training.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, hey, Crouching Tiger, Drunken Master, no hidden dragon. Fuck the hidden dragon.
Down the hatchet.
We just says Drunken Master. We skip a step.
That's one of my sayings though. It's just just throw it in the tank. You know
throw
what
it
I
in
mean?
the tank.
Throw it in the
Throw it
tank.
in the tank.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
gosh.
That's good.
Yeah,
And then,
I know.
at the end of the night, if you got nothing left in the tank, then
You're living in San
give it
Fran,
all.
liberal AF, bro. Live it up, man.
You know what's crazy too is like it's actually my girl's pop's birthday right now, so they're actually heading out to dinner.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Over there at the house. So I'm probably gonna turn this thing up a notch or two. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like, bro, like when I be going upstairs, like, taking a piss break or whatever, I'm always trying to act normal. And my girl's like, I'm watching up here. She's like, I see you on the screen, and you try to come up here like you're all normal. I'm like,
She's
damn,
literally on her like on YouTube, like watching us, like this guy.
What's up?
Hey,
tank,
I'm
though.
the friend that gets Bogart in trouble. Like, oh, it was Robbie's fault. Why are you so drunk tonight? It was Robbie's fault. My boss said so.
Robbie.
Jake, what was your greatest moment of Thursday Night Football, bro?
I'm sorry, my cat's eating a trash can.
Bro,
Let me get this.
hey,
Yeah. All right. Well, clearly Brady forgetting the down. He pulled a J.R. Smith, and he's like 42 years old, so he could totally make the jokes about him being over the hill. So you have to make the meme. Or he could have lied on the spot and been like, "Oh, that was a 4 quarters call. We were calling a Hail Mary, and they ran the wrong play. Everybody ran the wrong play, clearly." And he could have totally passed this off to his teammates and made them believe it. So.
you just gave me a completely Hallmark. Give me money. We're making a over the hill Tom Brady card for getting the down.
I took it from Max Kellerman like 4 years ago when he after the Bengals game. So
He got,
Don't
he
give
got
him
his,
credit.
he got his AARP.
you have to credit, but it has to be Brady for getting the down. How do you not remember you didn't spike the ball? It is unbelievable.
That one stuck out in my
And how
head.
did Ronald Jones? Why did he catch that ball for like 2 yards? Why did he just throw it to the ground?
It's funny because it's like I don't.
That's like all I
I
could think.
think Tom Brady. I usually think he's like if he's on the field, he's probably one of the smarter people on the field. You know what I mean? But I think like being around like this band of misfits where winning is not exactly the culture over there. You know what I mean? We're starting to see like little bloopers like that. You know what I mean? Like it's starting to rub off on Brady now. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
I think it's more him not being able to put his discipline style of play in. I mean, I don't think he's becoming lazier, as in, like, I just think it was overwhelming for everybody. You'd have to imagine what that huddle was like before they went out on the field. Like, 2-minute drill, you're out a receiver. I mean, you lead the league in penalties nearly. I mean, it's an undisciplined culture. Your coach blames the players after the game. He's always done it, so you don't really know who to trust. So, yeah, it was hilarious, but I mean, it's embarrassing, and Brady finally really was embarrassed for something he did mentally, which very rarely happens.
Yeah,
Hey, I love it. For once, he finally got judged as a football player.
he got football Alzheimer's right there.
Brian,
That was hilarious.
Well, for me, I know you said that you guys took the under at the Rumboyz Network. I also had the under and was pumped that ended up cashing in right. That was featured on the Ryan Show Sports. But so for me, I'm going to tie it into the betting. And the closing moments of the first half, I was pissed off with the offside call that cost us a touchdown. And then with the fumble right after that, it was like, what just happened? We went from a 13-point first half to 27. And then, I mean, we ended up cashing out in the end. So great minds think alike.
I like it.
It's only right that you're here with us. You know what I'm saying?
It's always more interesting when money's involved.
Shirt idea. Great lines think alike. Betting lines.
I like that.
I like that.
Good play on words there. Gotta put that down. Actually, write that down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jake Curl, write that down and send that to Miles because he's gonna have a weekend of his fucking life right now. So,
man, hey, no, for me though, I enjoyed Jimmy Grandpa's touchdown catch in the end zone, one-handed with a guy hanging off of him, holding his other arm down. That, me as somebody who likes to, I like to get out there and showcase my hands. That's a great play from the savvy old vet. Very impressive from the old man there. I'm surprised. He probably has arthritis, so I'm sure his hands are hurting today, or his hand is hurting today. But
it's from years of dunking.
Yeah.
Dunking on the,
did you know that he played basketball?
Yeah, he played college basketball. Yeah.
Years of then for years of dunking the
the
field
football.
goal post.
Yeah, the field goal. Yeah. And they were like, "You can't do that anymore. Stop it."
Yeah,
he broke the field goal post.
Yeah, he broke it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, me, I'm more selfish. I'm gonna take us calling it because we did that, and we did that live, and like we had like all the research and everything laid out as to why it was gonna be that way, and like people were still like, "You're fucking stupid. It's Tom Brady. He's the GOAT." And I'm like, "No, you don't pay attention to math." Like this is the moment where I get to tell all of y'all, anyone that's like you dream of making this a career. If you're sitting back right now and you're like, I ain't ever gonna need math, this is where you do need math. Like this shit.
Yes. I mean, like, it's crazy because like, I may or may have not in my, and this is obviously statute of limitation. You know what I mean?
God, here he goes.
I learned all my math selling drugs. You had to know math. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
It's the statute of limitation. You know what I mean? So that was many, many moons ago. You know what I mean?
But I mean, if I didn't have to pick something so selfish, then I mean, I
have
have to go with what Miles said. I have to go with what Miles said. Like, if I just grown man, catch one-handed like that off, like, bro, I just dogged you. I just made you my son. Like, and yeah,
I OBJ'd and Randy Moss all in one.
At the same time.
At the same time, bro. It was great. I was like, last night's play-by-play, when I was calling the play-by-play, I jumped up and I was like, that did not just fucking happen. Like, his old ass did not just, I mean, I know he's going to need some oxygen and a walker after it, but shit.
It was like one of those you have to replay in Madden. Like, how? What? It like went through the player, didn't it? No? Okay. It was like a glitch.
So this goes back to the joke a while ago when he decided to become a receiver on Twitter because he didn't want to get paid like a tight end.
Oh, I remember that.
And he should have his shirt now. It's like, so am I a receiver yet? And just have that on his shirt from like 9 years ago when he had that issue with the Saints.
It'd be like the pose though of him like doing that catch, and it's like, told you, or I don't know.
But he has gray hair because that was like 9 years ago. So.
I feel like that am I a receiver yet applies more so to DJ Moore. I mean, Steve Smith already put him in his place.
Damn.
Yeah, I went there.
They have a good shot to throw.
DJ Moore, I'm down for 1v1s.
I'm leaving him in my lineup one more week. He hasn't been too bad, actually.
Y'all know how I feel about my man Robbie Anderson, a.k.a. the String Bean. He's over there balling like.
I got to work on that. I got to work on that edit.
Step aside.
Yo, when you do Robbie Anderson as a Jolly Green Giant, that'll be the funniest.
I was going that route, but the Jolly Green Giant's too buff, so I was like, all right, man. I'm gonna take a different angle.
Veggie Tales, just think Veggie Tales.
He used to be I used to call him the Green Bean when he was with the Jets, and like I wanted him to go to the Packers so bad in the off season. Like, go to the Packers so I can still call you the Green Bean.
Yeah, but now he's a String Bean.
Yeah, he's still skinny, so
exactly.
So let's dive into the next one. We Brian, you had this one off. Battle of the NFC least. Cowboys versus Giants. Many around the industry believe that the Giants will win this one. Like, I can't believe that people are actually going on air on their shows and they're saying this.
Serious?
I am so serious. I am not calling out names, but there are people that are telling people to bet the money, and I'm like, don't do that. Like,
A 70-year-old man told me today.
This is one of those. If you lose this bet, if you lose this prop, then you just take it. You're like, okay, well, at least I still gave you the most logical fucking advice. There's probably a million other games during Sunday that I'm going to fucking hit during, and this probability is not one of them. But anyways, but many around the industry believe the Giants will win this one. I say Dallas is the safe bet. What do you guys think? And what does this say about Dallas if they do lose? Brian?
Yeah, no doubt. I agree with you that the Cowboys are the safe bet here. But you're right. Like, the public is on the Giants. The line's dropped. It opened at 11. It's dropped all the way to 8, which I feel pretty dang good about. I mean, all the pressure is on the Cowboys. And also, one of my philosophies in betting is, like, don't bet on bad quarterbacks. And that's what Danny Dimes is. So I'm staying away from that. So, like, the Cowboys, all the pressure. If they lose this game, like, McCarthy's going to be on the hot seat, at least in terms of the fan base. He's going to be getting called Jason Garrett 2.0. And there's even going to be a little bit
that crosses his arms instead of clapping.
Yeah,
he doesn't do that quite as good. But
at least Jason Garrett would clap and try and keep you encouraged and engaged in the game.
Yeah.
McCarthy's just like,
he just
fuck this.
Arms crossed.
Stone cold. He just stone colds it. But, I even think it can call into question Dak Prescott's contract. He's obviously putting up mind-blowing stats, but it's like, dude, if your team continues to lose and you're going to be 1-8, like, it's not worth paying you if we're going to lose.
Well, hey, your
listen.
take on Danny Dimes, really quick, Bogar. I'm sorry, but your take on Danny Dimes. I just want to say that I'm taking this shot for you because it almost made me cry because it's nice to see someone that actually sees the same thing as me. It is so fucking beautiful. Cheers to you, Brian. Miles, what you got, bro?
Yeah, I mean, for this game, like you said, the Cowboys are the safe bet there. Obviously, I think they're the way better offense. They actually have their star running back still on the team in Ezekiel Elliott because Saquon Barkley is done for the season over there with New York. So that is one of the major differences there. And then if you expect Danny Dimes to keep up with the Cowboys' high-powered offense, then he's going to have to throw it to Golden Tate, who I haven't seen or heard from him all season. And then is Shepard? I mean, Shepard's not even playing for them. Slayton, is he healthy? I mean, are these guys actually going to step up and be able to keep up with the likes of Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and the entire Cowboys passing attack? Don't forget Michael Gallup, right? So I'm on the Cowboys side. If they lose, it's on the defense. It's not about Dak losing this game. Dak hasn't lost any of these games. Dak has been terrific for fantasy football and for regular NFL football as well. They can't turn the ball over. But I don't think the Giants can do that. I don't think the Giants can take the ball.
They got
over.
a little bit of case of the fumbles.
Well, when your quarterback can't even hang on to a normal snap. Put it this way, all right? Me and my girl, we were fucking hungover, wounded, like Thursday morning. Okay, she was like, baby. She's like, baby, can you get me? She's sitting in the doorway, talking to our roommate. And she's like, baby, can you get me a high C out the fridge? I'm like, babe, I got you. Reach over to the mini fridge. And I'm like, sit, hike. And I literally hike her a fucking high C. And my girl catches this motherfucker one hand.
Danny Dimes can't do that.
If Daniel Jones, what the fuck? My girl can catch a snap better than you. And this was a long snap. Like at that, I mean, like a normal, like out of shotgun, like she was like sitting like shotgun distance, bro.
Nice. Yo, breaking news! False positive test for the Jets.
For Jets, yes.
Game on.
Yep, I was going to get into that.
Okay, good.
My buddy texted me and he's like, "Game on."
Because I got a lot of Kyler Wren shit.
So
you know what I mean?
let me just say this with that Jets news. I kind of already knew that because they said a presumptive positive. When I'm like presumptive, that means you don't really know. That means that you knew that something was wrong with that test heading in already.
Oh yeah, and like they obviously, if you guys remember, we covered this. Remember in the off season, well, like all the Browns, the Bears, the Jets, they all tested positive, and it all came from that same lab in Jersey.
Exactly.
So it might be the same lab fucking up again. You know what I mean?
Which is letting me know. Well, what they're doing now, from what I'm being told, what I've been told by people close to teams. That we have our own insider that works very closely with a specific team. Is that there is someone that comes to them to test them.
Yeah.
So if equipment during transport, you know how like they do like little thing, like maybe like it's like the swab is like bent or contaminated or like has been exposed to air, then I mean let's face it, when it comes to the to COVID-19, the CDC doesn't even know whether or not it's airborne or not. One day they're like it's not, and then the most recent report is it's somewhat airborne. Motherfucker, what does somewhat mean? Either it is or it isn't. Did I get in a car accident or did I not? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
There's so much we don't know.
Wear a mask, go to rumboyz.com.
Listen, I'm definitely not a doctor, nor do I play one on a podcast.
But you did stay at a Holiday Inn last night.
Yes. Oh man, it's Jake. Jake the Great.
Yep. So they should win this game, and if they do, they're the safe pick. But I think that's too easy of a bet because they'll probably be the favorites regardless of if you're a fan or not. I think you should probably throw a flyer at the Redskins or the Eagles because that division is not a good football division right now. So this is where you throw a flyer maybe on one of those two other teams that could be in the hunt and just see what happens. Because I would bet Dallas is a heavy favorite.
Jake, do you know how much money you're going to make people if you get that analysis correct? Do you know if Dallas does not come out to be the favorite?
Well, my analysis are they're bad at football, but they might be less bad. What are you talking about?
You were the one last week like Amari Cooper, or you were like Austin Hooper's going to go out and have a decent game, and he got 15 fantasy points. So I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that.
Fine, yeah. I was right on last game, but this is a different team. So winning this game is going to give a lot of people false hope in the betting lines and say, okay, I like Dallas, or there's a big Dallas fan base. If you bet that team to win the division, odds go up, and you wait before the next games, and you bet one of those two other teams that are, I guess, in the hunt after one win, you can make a lot of money because I don't think many people are betting the Eagles or Redskins to take that division. And I would be shocked if the Lions are not heavily in favor of Dallas. So it might be a good bet to take a shot.
You know what?
That's fucking smart.
I mean,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, I love that Jake will put that spin and will put that narrative. So really quick, like when me.
By the way, I'm taking the Eagles to win the division. That's my pick, but that's why I'm confident in it.
Spicy because Carson Wentz is looking horrible.
Hold on, let me put this out there really quick.
Jalen Hurts.
Jake was a person pre-COVID when March Madness hit, like when March Madness was still a thing. Like he was like we every day we were so during March Madness the Rumboyz we do a whole marathon normally. We didn't get to do it this year, but previously you guys know like we're heavy on that shit because Tar Heels is my shit. Jake was with us the whole way when Ty Boogie had Virginia. If you guys were with us even earlier before then in 28 before then when we were just like kind of like fucking around on social media, you would have been with me for UNC in Kentucky.
I was on Villanova a couple years ago.
Yeah, so see my brother he had picked. So like the Rumboyz have always had a staff member always pick the correct as always. This year, honestly, I'm sorry, Jake, because I know how much that trip meant to you. I personally believe that you were going
to Vegas in a month, man.
I know, but
Literally
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I felt like this year you were gonna be the staff member that would have hit this year, bro. For real,
Vegas takes my money.
I won the last time I was out there, man. I came up plus big, so
Vegas gives us money during March Madness, bro. Vegas gives us company pays out big.
I don't really go there to gamble, like except for like in the sports books, but like
that's all.
I only go to do sports books.
Me too.
I love like roulette and more. I love.
I'll play.
If you bet $10 worth in one or two bets, or you do 3 bets.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 drinks or one drink ticket. So it's paying for a drink to make a bet.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah, pretty much.
So
You know, we always
All
just-
depending on where
if you
go.
lose money, you got to. I mean, it's like an overpriced, really really cheap cocktail.
Yep, Kentucky versus Auburn. That
Literally
shit
is
was
what you get for it,
crazy. When we called that game, that's how you know that's a real fan in the chat. That's how you know someone that's been rocking with us for all 2 years.
Oh yeah.
We've
So yeah, that dude got hurt at the end. It was awful. I remember that now.
Let's. Bogart, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, first of all, who in the fuck? Like, what are they fucking seeing? They're like, they only have 2 passing touchdowns and it came in week 1. Who in the fuck is saying that the Giants have stand any kind of chance, bruh?
the match. No, I don't know.
Bro,
Have you seen that Dallas defense? That's the reason it's even a discussion.
Hey.
but they could run the Giants defense.
Bogart.
That ain't
Bogart,
nothing good
can I
neither.
answer your question really quick?
Yeah.
It's the analysts that are raw dogging life. The analysts that are like, "Yo, I didn't hit the blunt before I came on air." The analysts that are like, "I didn't have a shot before I came on." The analysts are just completely raw dogging life, who have no perspective of anything, so they can just say some wild
Like,
shit.
You know,
Those
what's
people.
dope? Like, anytime we say something, we really stand by it. If we're wrong, we'll own up to it.
We'll own up.
When motherfuckers say crazy shit like the Giants are finna take the Cowboys this week,
They
like,
get mad at us and they DM us.
We're gonna.
but I'm gonna be like, how,
I'm
though?
gonna remind you next week when you're wrong. You know what I mean? I'm gonna remind you because that's.
Bro.
And yes, I mean, even if you want to get intricate with it, like, yeah, you know, they lost Tyron Smith for the year.
So,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Guys.
You know, Dak is throwing the ball like 50 times a game, and Zeke is like on pace to catch like 95 balls. But still, like, and that's my point. If that line is bad and they can't get the run going, they're still gonna attack through the air in
somewhere.
every facet.
It's gotten to the point, honestly, where me and Bogart, like, we'll be on air, we'll predict a game script, and like people, I notice like people they'll stop typing, they'll just sit back and they'll listen, and they'll be like, all right, bet they'll rock with it, you know. And then we can tell the people that are really rocking with it. But then I'll get those people that don't type anything in the chat, right, and are watching our show, and they'll come in my damn DMs on either Instagram or Twitter, like, you're fucking stupid, you don't know anything. I'm like, well, watch what's gonna happen. Like, I don't joke about me having a crystal ball built into my body, like, for a reason. Like, I make that joke. I make that joke. I make that joke because it's very eerily weird how we'll sit here and we'll say something, and then it happens, and then you guys are like when I said Cincinnati Eagles will draw, and I was the only one. You're stupid. You've been drinking too much.
It was like that time.
Maybe
like that time when we
because
named-
I have a performance enhancer that I can see the world in a different way.
When
Like
we
Doctor
named the
Strange,
football
Doctor
team, bro.
Strange had his stone. Doctor Strange had that stone. He was like,
He's the black Doctor Strange, that Robbie.
Thank you, thank you.
I will say this though, Doc. You know what I mean? You know, like when we do
Dial up the meme.
when we do the
Have you do jujitsu.
the pregame shows, right? We get to legit like break down just a single game, right? Because when we're doing the other shows like NFL AM, we're covering as much ground as possible. But when we do these pregame shows, we're talking about that one game. So when we write a game script and we write the narrative, and like then when I'm watching you call the game and shit's going down like the way we called it, there's people in the comments like, "Damn, Bogart said that. Damn, Robbie said that." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's dope because
Whatever,
it's like,
we do it to ourselves in the text messages. We're like, bro, fucking call that shit.
Yeah,
Exactly,
it's like a hidden game. It's like the
It's like who can be most accurate. It's like
How many calls are you gonna get?
It's became a bigger drug than playing fantasy against each other. I think. Like honestly, like I can play fantasy against you guys. Like I know what's up. But like
I know
predicting. Oh
no one was
God.
on Ginsu like me, right? Like a lot of people were not on Ginsu, and then
Yeah.
when he
Minshew
had
the Ginsu.
when Minshew the Ginsu had the bad game against the
Bro,
Dolphins,
as soon as I hopped
like,
on, I had to
30
hop off.
motherfuckers.
Brian,
40
you can
motherfuckers
chime in,
had
bro. You
jumped
can
on me.
interrupt them. You could be like, shut the fuck up. This is what I have to say.
Bro, Gardner Minshew to Ginsu, he had the one bad game, and everyone was like, "You're so stupid." They're like, "You're a dumbass for thinking Minshew's any kind of good." I'm like, bro, he's the shit.
He is the truth.
Oh, it's all DJ Chark.
So all right. So it sounds like For those of you out there, so I want to just clarify everyone's takes around the board. It sounds like for those of you that are going to be more risk adverse, if you've done your risk assessment properly, they are probably going to go with what a good portion of us have said in terms of Dallas. Now, Jake did throw out a very good point, and if you want to go and take the risk, then I want to point out that you should definitely go back. We're about 45 minutes here. So I'll timestamp it. I think that those of you that want to take that, you should listen to what my brother, my partner, my colleague, my staff member had said, because I don't think that if that narrative does happen, that he's steering you wrong.
I will say though,
Absolutely.
going with the going back to the.
I think that was the most that. Oh, I'm sorry, Booger. I think that Jake's take in terms of if the possibility of like if the Giants did pull something off was the most sensible thing that I've ever heard on air of any show.
I mean, I
think my take too is even if the Cowboys do win, I would still look at betting. The Eagles over the
exactly.
Redskins.
That's probably when it'll be better, like you were saying, because then you'll get a better odd.
Yeah, I would still look at it.
Well,
I mean,
it's
not like you can
Probably
trust
after the
half the
weekend.
team on Dallas. You can
Would
only
you
trust
think-
one side of the football. So
Would you think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to beat the Eagles this week, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Right. And then you would. I mean, I'm not trying to knock you, Robbie.
No.
You think the Rams? You think the Rams would beat the football team?
I think the Rams have had enough time because Rivera fucked up in announcing that Allen will be the starter earlier in the week. That the Rams have had more time to game plan. So that's
okay.
I think that specific factor is what results in the Rams.
Now, if the Cowboys can win this game against the Giants, they would lead the division then, right?
They would the
Eagles are leading the division right now.
The Eagles are
It's
leading
still
the
the
division
half.
right now.
I forgot about their tie. That half game actually is
That's
coming
so
in.
fucking. What a shit show over there.
What up, JD?
Go JD. Go Chain Nate.
What's up, brother?
Hey, bro, I got so turned on your show the other night. Like, hey, you know the origin of the Heart to Start. The name of Heart to Start is like when you have to really
You have the heart to
think
start
about a
someone.
decision, a heart to start someone. And I was like, I had the heart to start Luigi that night. You know what I mean? Luigi went in, bro. He put up numbers, bro. I was streaming like a motherfucker.
Off the Ball podcast. What's good, Off the Ball? Yo, I
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. Thank you,
51
man.
minutes in, I'm thinking about taking another dose.
Yeah, I was waiting to our first halftime.
Yeah,
break,
we're
and
gonna
I
get was
into
halftime. We're gonna get into halftime here
Throw something
after
in the
this next set of takes.
feeling good right
But
now.
yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys. I'm gonna go with the majority though. I'm gonna take the Cowboys over the Giants. I don't feel that I should go on air and not, especially as a film head, quote unquote, and state that the Giants are really going to be able to put up points against Dallas. I think that Dallas can win this by 2 touchdowns, personally. So that's what I'm going to keep rocking with. I'm gonna say Dallas by 13. Dallas by 13. There's a missed
Yes.
field goal.
Hey, you know what? I'm taking them to cover too. Fuck the dumb shit. I don't even know the number. I don't give a fuck what it is. They're covering it. The Giants have only had 2 passing touchdowns for God's sake, and they came in week 1, and it was against the Steelers. Yes, a good defense, but
Week 1
they
though.
had
Week 1.
They had the entirety of the offseason to get ready for that game.
That one game.
Yeah, they're week to week, and you know what? I'm throwing Joe Judge in this, and I'm throwing what's his name from the Cardinals, Kingsbury. I think their week to week game planning is not good. You know what I mean?
No, bro. Yo, Cliff Kingsbury week-to-week game planning, he
not
sticks to
good.
the same shit. He does the same shit over
Not
and
good.
over and over
Like,
and over.
He came through and demolished my Niners week 1 because you had the whole fucking offseason to get ready for that one game. Week to week game planning, not good.
No. Look, the Lions did. Really quick, I want to shout my homie Blake from the Land Down Under.
Shout out to Blake.
Yeah,
Blake
he
is
said
good.
AD should be fine, just a Bruce Hill. Honestly, mate, it's the championship game. Stay on the court. Exactly. It's a championship game. This is it. This is time to seal it. Lakers down right now by 8, 38-30. So there's our NBA Finals update. We're going to keep you guys updated as this continues, as this goes on. Let's get into our next topic before we go into our first halftime. The Washington football team and head coach Ron Rivera chose to bench Dwayne Haskins, who we interviewed here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Dwayne.
Yep, in favor of also we didn't interview him, but he's our guy, Kyle Allen. Despite his first career 300-yard outing in a loss to the Baltimore Ravens, Haskins reacted to the benching by unfollowing the organization and Kyle Allen via social media. Is this the last that we see of Haskins following these actions? Fuck, I forgot the order. I think we start with Bogard. Yep, Bogard.
I'll make it quick, man. You listen, it's a new regime over there. They're not the regime that drafted Haskins. They can give a fuck about him. He's a young guy. I was laughing when you're reading the question because I was remembering when I read the show sheet, right? My reaction was just like, these fucking kids these days. Like, that's like, kicking your stomping and shit like that. That's the digital version of that. It's, I'm unfollowing you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, and Kyle Allen unfollowing you too. It's like, instead of like being, a team player, and they are the football team, be a teamster. Be a motherfucker who's like, all right, well.
We also called that name, just to put it out there. We called that name before it happened. The Washington
we sure
team.
did. We jokingly too.
We were joking, but it worked. That's what all those other names are floating around, though. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, what are they going to call them? We're like, they're going to be called the Washington football team. Just watch.
Y'all got fucking jokes. I remember that.
Listen, and real quick, I don't like when people say they're the Washington no names. They have a name. It's the football team. Okay,
that's right.
You know what I mean? That's their name.
Get it right.
Going back to Haskins, like, you should just be a team player, bro. Like, you the backup. Hey, Kyle Allen can go out there and get hurt, and you gotta come in now.
Got the
helmet. You know
what
I mean? Like, yeah, it's like, come on, like, rock with. You still gotta rock with the team. You gotta take everything gracefully. You know what I mean? Like, when you start putting your business out there, like, unfollowing the team, unfollowing Kyle Allen, that just shows you a little bitch. You know what I mean? You're already the guy. You're already the guy who takes shirtless pics after
a loss. You don't take to take a shirtless pic after a loss. Like,
he missed a play for taking a selfie. So it makes perfect sense that he would, go to unfollowing people.
That was when he won his first game.
And he missed the victory formation for taking a selfie. So of course he's going to unfollow.
Well, he didn't get the negative stats for the kneel down. So.
Oh, there it is.
One of those rushing stats because he's such a mobile quarterback.
Hey, no, he just wanted to take away from the sack, negatives. So.
Yeah. Hey, I just will say though, Dwayne Haskins, you're a little bitch.
I want to put this out here today too.
Kyle Allen got the job over you for 300 against the Ravens.
I unfollowed him today on Twitter. I unfollowed him.
You want to see unfollowing? Hold my beer.
Yo, I was like, you want to fucking play games? At least like Dwayne Haskins interview. There's a link to my Dwayne Haskins interview. Y'all check that shit out.
Yes.
Hold my bong. Also, if you read any articles that have players' names, I do link the ones that we do have interviews for to their names. So whenever you're reading an article and you want to see a rookie interview done by yours truly here, the Admiral from Rumboyz, go ahead and click on. Sometimes it's another article, but most of the time you'll be surprised with a rookie interview.
And I will say this though, I was scared to click on links in the pandemic. Because, like, that dude with his schlong out, like, he was just everywhere, bro. Maybe the most interesting sounding article. Let's go see what this is. Oh, schlong again.
What the fuck?
Dude, they got me one time with that shit, and I was like, ain't fun for this no more.
Jake, it's your turn, Jake.
Well, I think I have to give credit to Robbie, because this is exactly what he wanted, but different quarterback.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, you're right, yeah. But so once I found out it was sensible. But yeah.
So I was not in on having Alex Smith play, and I honestly would have. I think in every other season said I would just keep playing him and let him figure it out, unless there's some other issues behind the scenes we don't know.
But they might, if they get Alex Smith or maybe even Kyle Allen, there's a shot at this division. Like
That's the thing. The division is so bad. I think you had to make this move and try to win now if you're Rivera.
Yeah.
And that was a decision he made, and he knows Kyle Allen from
He knows Kyle
his
Allen
last
from
job.
Carolina.
So
Carolina.
obviously this makes sense because he's comfortable with the player and he knows that he has a chance at the division. I think if there was maybe a 3-1 team or maybe 500 team, he wouldn't do this. But I think right now you have to go for it and maybe sacrifice this player as a long-term fix if you don't like what he's doing and lacks maturity, and build a winning culture. And that's what Rivera's banking on.
You want to know what I like about having you guys as a staff? Is sometimes I don't have to say shit because you guys take my takes. So it's like yeah. Miles.
we do the heavy lifting sometimes.
Sometimes we do. We've got a couple of legs for the table.
Miles does the heavy lifting.
Voltron, damn it, we're
Miles is heavy
Voltron.
lifting.
Voltron, there you go. I do some of the heavy
Voltron.
lifting. I do that structural lifting behind the scenes that nobody.
Let me
really
be
sees.
the red one.
Let me be the red
Let me
one.
just be the red one.
Miles still won't 1v1 me. Let's just put that out there.
One day it'll happen, man. When this COVID shit, like,
Hey, that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do my next gender reveal. I'm gonna fly you out for a gender reveal. We're gonna be like, bro. When I mosh you right here,
the ball's gonna pop and the color's gonna come out. Right?
yo, I'm gonna just hit one of these.
I wonder how Thaddeus
Get
Miles
grandpa.
felt whenever he heard that. He's like, I can't do that like my dad can.
Oh, yeah.
My dad was actually really good at catching the football.
Hey, bro. The only reason why I work out
Speaking
daily
of
is because I know
Redskins, by the
that
way.
I know that fucking
Didn't they
you're
cut
still
him?
working out, bro.
Yeah,
he got
Washington
cut.
cut Thaddeus Miles?
I like to
No,
body
he's
people.
on practice squad. He's on practice
Oh, okay.
squad.
But yeah, so he's not on the team though, technically.
I like,
No,
to,
we're not.
I like to body people when the ball's in the air like a tight end. I kind of do that basketball background move. But anyhow, with me,
How if I have my
Throw an
fucking
elbow?
hands on you? You're not getting past 5 yards, Miles. I am bigger than you.
Miles translation. I like to commit offensive pass interference to catch a football.
exactly.
Yeah.
I like to do this shit
Hey,
when I go for
we
the.
play old school. We
Catch
play
the ball like this. It works every time.
My legs go out wide
Like
too.
that.
And shit.
Yes, you have to wind up the catch and make sure you hit him in the helmet with that elbow.
Hey, I'll probably be in Texas soon. Let's just say
yeah.
that. Brian.
Hey, I didn't put my take in real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh
Just
shit.
real
Why
fast.
did I do that?
I don't know, man. It's all good. But no, just real quick though.
Oh, you're good.
Kyle Allen, you guys brought up the points why he's the starter
Kyle
now. He was he's familiar with Rivera. They had some success there last year, albeit they had Christian McCaffrey and not Gibson. But
Gibson's like the new Christian
Antonio
McCaffrey.
Banderas Gibson, the Desperado himself.
that being said, I mean Haskins was playing against the Ravens, so I guess it's a weird time to pull him. You know what I'm saying? I get it, they lost, but I mean it's the Ravens, so that's the only question I have with that decision. But other than that, I mean, I guess it was kind of time to. I don't know. I don't think they pulled the plug too soon, but maybe it was just a weird timing for me. I mean, you don't bench somebody from the season when they lose to the Ravens defense. You know what I'm saying?
I bet you he's not a likable guy.
It might be that, but the immaturity with the Instagram and the social media stuff and the selfie thingies and the shirtless stuff. I mean, all that goes
Shirtless pics
on a
and
loss.
a loss.
So all that goes
We,
to show, like, yeah.
go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say, like, can we be honest? He's good buds with Dan Snyder's kid, so I think that's probably a good clue into he's maybe not the most likable. Ron Rivera's made that pretty clear from the beginning. Like once he got the job, he was like, Dwayne Haskins better shape up.
This is
That he
Snyder's
wasn't gonna
draft
put him-
pick, not Rivera's draft pick.
Yeah.
100%. And you guys brought up a good point with Kyle Allen having some success in Carolina with Rivera. He went 4-0 to start the season when he got put in the game after Cam went down, and then he got hurt. Then finished 1-8. So there is that.
Yeah.
But I think basically Ron Rivera wants an adult behind center, and Dwayne Haskins is not that.
So
I mean, one last thing. Can I say that he's the dink and dunk king? Like, we brought up some of the good stats he had against the Ravens, but if you guys were watching the game, it was
all
4th
yuck.
and 13 or fourth and goal from the 13, and he throws a 2-yard pass. And it's like, okay, sick completion percentage. But it's like, it's fourth and goal, and you throw a 2-yard pass. Like, that's awful football. I don't care if it's complete. Throw a pick.
At least you knew what down it was.
Now when it's fourth and it's fourth down and what he said 13. And
he didn't have any more down, so I guess he knew what it was.
I'm gonna put it like this: when we were going through the interviewing process of interviewing all the rookies, you know, some of the things that J Love brought up in his scouting profile, and whenever I interviewed each rookie, you know, I had J Love's scouting profile there, so you know, I had always, you know, I could refer back to like my notes, and I could be like, okay, you know, Ty, like this is who we're interviewing for this hour, this is what's going on there, yeah. Dwayne Haskins kind of gave me the vibe that he was immature already. He was probably one of the first ones that walked in already spinning that rookie check, already Gucci bag, fresh Air Maxes, ice the fuck up, like, you know. So when I met him, I was kind of like, dude, like you're my team's quarterback. Like, I've met a couple of other guys, and I like the way that their swagger is. I like the way that their posture is, their character is. The way they're carrying themselves. You know.
Hey Rob, I have a question actually, because you kind of probably have this perspective of wanting to be biased, but you can't.
No, yeah.
Do you think the worst thing for him was going to a place where all his friends and family said it's not your fault you're struggling? Because he has a support group that is hiding the flaws and hiding his mistakes and defending him too much.
So
rather than him being somewhere he's by himself and has to deal with his own mistakes and mature.
Exactly. I think that has something to do with it. Like, he did go to Potomac High School. Like, I remember playing against Potomac High School, like in high school. A lot of the same things that he's doing is reminiscent of what that school's offense is.
I feel like he's not getting the right criticism. He's not. As in, like, a good balance of, yeah, you messed up. He's getting people saying it's the coach's fault. We know you're good. I'm your high school friend. You're a good player.
Exactly. The fact that that was your very first 300-yard game. The fact that you did not play enough in college, I feel. You know, where we have a guy like, we have two totally completely different polar opposites, but we have two guys, you know, in Joe Burrow, Gardner Minshew. These guys have played 5 years. Baker
Prescott all played 3 to 4 years of college football.
4 years.
Look at Trubisky. He played 13 games, and that's why he sucks. You know what I mean?
Urban Meyer said it about Dwayne Haskins.
I am now becoming, because of Dwayne Haskins, I have now bought into.
What did Meyer say about him?
Oh, he said he's not ready. He needs to come back to college. He needs to mature, both as a quarterback and a person. Like, he came out and said it, and that's pretty harsh criticism from your college coach that's, like, trying to build up the players to get drafted high. Oh, one other note, because I'm an SC guy, the only other quarterback that I've ever heard that said about by their college coach, Pete Carroll, said the same thing about Mark Sanchez. We know how that worked out.
Yeah, the Sanchez. That's right.
So I'm completely bought out on Dwayne Haskins. I appreciate the interview, but the fact that you couldn't be a team player and
thought he was a franchise quarterback.
Like the fact that you couldn't support your teammates and you showed your real character. And I kind of sensed that when you walked in the room. I'm rocking with the organization. I'm rocking with the coaches. And I'm sorry, but get the fuck out of my team. Get out of my organization.
You know what's crazy too is, like, this team, they have an intangible driving force. They want to fight for their coach who's fighting cancer.
Exactly.
And then here's this immature ass kid who probably thinks he's the shit. He's like, I finally had 300.
He does. No, he really does.
I had 300 against the Ravens, bro, against Baltimore, the Battle of the Beltway, this, that, and the third. And then they're like, listen, son, I'm gonna sit you down. You know what I mean?
No, I think him being another, again, RG3 was also Dan Snyder's guy, and him being Dan Snyder's guy is.
And they really wanted.
He's waiting mentally for it's my turn when this team gets good and we get some draft picks to figure it out. You have veterans saying, "No, I have 3 years left. I don't want to be on a rebuild. I want to win."
Yeah.
It's not your turn. It's our turn as a 2020 team to win football games. You're not going to have 2 years of getting players around you to figure it out. And I think he's in his own little world of the team's going to build around me eventually when it's that time. And it's not how it works in the NFL.
Bro, they finna move on from that, man.
Yo, they definitely are. They definitely
Imagine if London Fletcher had to deal with him.
Bro,
wow.
London Fletcher
London Fletcher.
would have punched him in the mouth in the locker room. London Fletcher was not putting up with that.
He would have
Like-
elbowed the
A
motherfucker.
la Geno Smith.
Who was the linebacker that did
his-
that?
I love it.
Yeah, he got his. He shattered his jaw.
And they didn't even do much to that linebacker. That's when you know. Like, that's when you know when the quarterback gets jacked and it's like, here's a $5,000 fine. Thank you.
Oh, that was.
What
funny.
charity should it go to?
And now was it the Magic Man that stepped in during that time when Geno Smith got his jaw broke?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Magic Man stepped.
That was his great 12 win year, 11 win year.
Yeah, he got the Magic that year. Hey, I love the Magic Man wearing green because he looks like a leprechaun with all the beard and the red hair. I love it.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into halftime really quick, afford everyone an opportunity to go ahead, take a piss, do whatever the hell they got to do.
Did we cover everybody on that last question?
Did we? I think we did.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm sure.
I went a long time ago, and then I just kind of chilled because you guys
Like, we were all
going
chilling, yeah.
more in depth on what I had to say about it.
Hey, I think we successfully thoroughly shitted on Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, I was about to say he's fucking sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The second you unfollow the team that drafted you, wow, you're still in your rookie contract. You don't get to AB this. I just want to point out, you don't get to AB this. You don't get to try and force your way to a new team. You're not in that position. What the fuck are you thinking? Are you thinking what? I'm gonna end up somewhere better? No,
He's a shirtless, pick posting motherfucker.
this organization will legitimately move you. They will
The XFL.
legitimately fucking move you. No, they will give you fucking NFL poverty. They will give you straight up poverty, bro. You do not want to be playing this game with the Washington football team.
No,
Just
he
because
wanted,
we changed
he
the
wanted
name.
to be with the Giants.
Yep,
He
just
said
'cause
he's a
we
New York
changed
type of guy. So
Yep.
And
Just-
he legit grew up a Giants fan.
yeah,
Right,
his dad
so
is a Giants fan.
So he probably hates the team that he even plays for. Right?
Those rookie checks must be nice for that.
It's an
$22
inside
million
job.
you
Is
just stole
that
from
what
him.
you're saying?
It's an inside job. Yeah. That's so good.
And let's have this take now. There are 3 players that LeBron said are going to be superstars in the NFL, and that was Terrell Pryor, Johnny Manziel, and Dwayne Haskins.
Man,
Maybe we shouldn't take his
3 for
NFL.
3.
Listen, just keep
Knowledge.
playing basketball, all right?
Not a GM, LeBron.
Don't ever wear my
Look how-
Don't you talk about football.
Don't
man.
buy an NFL team. You're not an NFL owner, please.
Hey,
we don't need your NFL knowledge.
And ever since the Brian Hoyer,
Connor feels that was a good game against his own team. That was not a good game by Haskins. Just because you threw for 300 yards, that was not a good game.
it was you know what it was? It was a good showing for his two guys, man. My man, the Scottish lad, Terry McLaurin.
Logan Thomas, Antonio Gibson.
Logan Thomas, Antonio Banderas Gibson, the Desperado. They all made him look good.
Banderas Gibson.
Yeah, that's one of the more ignorant
He's
ones.
a
right?
rookie. He's not a
Zorro.
rookie. He's not a rookie.
Fucking
Let's not treat him
Zorro.
like a rookie. We're not going to treat him like a rookie. Okay, bro. This man can barely complete a pass to a receiver on a fucking 9 route. You do not stretch the field. You do not
He
stretch the
doesn't.
field.
He really
Like,
doesn't.
You're not ready for the NFL. The game has not slowed down for you.
Hey, shout out to Urban
game
Meyer,
has
man.
slowed
He
down
said it.
The
Urban
game
Meyer
has slowed
warned
down
us.
for Lamar Jackson.
Urban
we're
Meyer
not,
is the oracle.
Yo, and I love that. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call out a couple people. I'm gonna call out a couple people before we
Talk that
fucking
shit.
get in. I'm gonna call out groups of people. Everyone that wants to everyone that are Washington fans that want to make this a race issue. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, about him being not given the proper chance.
Not giving a proper chance. Like, oh well, if he was someone else, he would have
He's
gotten the
not
fucking
good.
chance. Stop
Yeah, that's the
it.
thing.
Stop it. I'm gonna stop that right there because you know what? Patrick Mahomes stepped in the fucking position and got it done. Lamar Jackson stepped in position and got it done.
Russell
Deshaun
Wilson
Watson stepped in position and got it done. Russell Wilson stepped in position and got it done. So I don't want to hear that shit.
I have a fun stat for this.
Hold on, wait, I'm not done. I am not done. I am not done. I literally have a mask that allows me to be able to go ahead and speak on this goddamn issue, okay?
Yeah,
listen,
fired up. I like it.
Week fucking one was the first time in the NFL that not one, not two, not three, but 10 African-American quarterbacks all stepped onto the field to represent teams for the very first time in the NFL. That is the very first time that has ever happened. So right now I am making this stance. Okay, I believe that things should keep changing, keep progressing. But in this situation, you do not need to bring that into this position. Okay? This is strategic as fuck. Ron Rivera knows Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen knows Ron Rivera.
Kyle Allen knows Ron Rivera. All y'all that were saying that I was like trying to rush Alex Smith too quickly. You should be happy about this move. Like Brian said, Kyle Allen when he first went out, he was 4-0. Then things got a little bit murky.
80% of what he was. They have a solid shot at that division.
Think about this, guys.
Why not find out? Hold on. Why not find out? Kyle Allen's not going to do better. Why can't we score more than 21 fucking points per game?
That's true.
Yeah, and think about this. The quarterbacks who set the market forever in terms of jumping the salary was Culpepper after Brett Favre, McNabb, Michael Vick, and then Mahomes, and now Watson.
Wow.
So,
exactly.
yeah. They set the market above anything they've seen before. And none of them worked out because McNabbed. But we don't have to go there.
Here's the thing. Dwayne Haskins, you can't complete a pass more than 30 yards. Dwayne Haskins, you're not mobile. Okay?
Nope.
So you don't have you can't even complete passes on the run.
So you can't use the stereotypical he's black, so he's athletic. Like,
thank you. You
I'm gonna say the things that you don't want to say.
You need to take a back seat. You need to take a back seat to a journeyman or at least a veteran that can show you around the league, that can show you the ropes. You need to get your fucking head from out of your ass. Stop being a little kid. I'll give you back the follow on Twitter, dog. Because clearly you're gonna need it more than the fuck that I will. I'm fine, bro. I didn't get benched at my job. I'm still here running the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
All Robbie has to do is literally take a shot and say The Rock's hiring. That's all he has to do.
Bro, you are going to be what Cardell Jones and PJ Walker were in the XFL. You're going to kill in the XFL. But the NFL is not for you. Dwayne Haskins, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, don't take Ohio State quarterbacks, by the way. Not a good idea.
Oh, hey, fellas, this is Rumboyz!
Kick him into a bottomless pit.
We're going to go ahead. We're going to get into a musical track by the homie Bogart Scott Free. I want to get into Money on My Mind. It is our 2-year anniversary, so I'm playing this track for all the entrepreneurs out there, all the people that have a dream, all the people that are actually chasing their dream and trying to go after, what they really want. Excuse me, what they really want in life. So we're gonna play Money on My Mind. Never forget that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Every single person here, they are doing what they want to do. They are here because they're doing what they want to do because they have a dream, they have ambitions, they have goals. Yes. May you have to work a 9-to-5 for a little while. Maybe you grind. You have to work for the man. Yeah. But then eventually there can come a time to where you can really manifest your own and really come upon your own. So we're going to get into this track, Money on My Mind. There can come a time where you can manifest your own and become your own. Become your own boss.
Got to take the helm. Take that wheel of the ship.
Exactly. And only you will know when that point in time comes in your life. But I'm going to play this track because this is one that motivates me each and every day. When we come back, we are going to open up before we get into the second half of the show, we're going to open up my 2-year anniversary gift from my woman.
Nice.
So we'll have that surprise for you guys coming up. I'm going to try and hold it together because I just keep looking over at it in this shiny wrapping paper. I'm like, I can only imagine what it is.
It's Christmas in Rumtober.
Yeah, it's Christmas in Rumtober. Damn, I love that. Oh my gosh.
Hey, listen, I can't even control these things. It just comes out. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I don't just have on-air personalities or writers. Like I also have like fucking marketing geniuses. Oh,
on accident when it comes to me. It's like
but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into money on my mind, fellas. Y'all go ahead, piss break, all that good stuff. Go refill your beers, whatever you got to do. Money on my mind. We'll see you guys here in a few.
Everything my kids gon' eat, keep close when they back to our kids 20 feet. Better know where it at, and it's been down. Tipping it back out, pushing it back out. I'm a cash cow, smoking on the cash crowd, getting cashed out. Going hard, I black out. Inside me, I clap cash, got the game in the bag. You don't know what that's about. You ain't catching no Z's, I'm pulling no teeth. Both grass got 3 cups from the pedigree. I ain't counting no sheep. I'm counting cheese like a skater, I'm grinding. One track riding. I'ma tell you what a nigga told me. Cash is everything around me. You smoke that weed, make that trick, get jumped up, get jumped up. Can't fuck with the earth, rider, yo. It's story time, my dust. Don't be mad when your man just fuck your cousin. Instagram dot, fuck that hoe, fuck that yo, fuck boy now. Pull that trigger on a bitch ass nigga. Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'm in Vegas now, got a little rich now, just like Richie. I stay illy, 6-man E. Dollar getting dollars, not cents. Stay big, make deposits, fly with.
Money, if it ain't about money, if it ain't about money, if it ain't about money. That shit goes so hard, bro.
Hey man, you know what's crazy too? When I be working in the studio, bro, like I do songs in like 5 minutes for real.
Oh, I can tell you just want to take Jake that bitch. So really quick, we're gonna go in. We're gonna get into our. We're at minute 19 here in the show. We're gonna get into my girl's second anniversary gift before we get back into the rest of the show script. For those of you guys that can't see, I'll read what it says on the wrapping paper for you guys.
Oh, that's wrapping paper. What is that?
Yeah. She says, I love you, baby. I am so happy to see you hit 2 years on Rumboyz. I can't wait to see you hit more. She also writes, I wake up next to my hero now, so you can too. Love you, XOXO. I love you. And yeah, that's what it says here on the writing paper. She wrote a message that now I get to wake up with my heroes. I'm gonna try not to get emotional here, because now that gives me a hint of what it could be, and what it might be. So, should we do this, fellas? Well, first, before we do this, let me do a shot really quick. Hold on. Let's do this the right way. We got to do this ceremony this way. Bogart, you want to lead this one? Oh, he's back. He's like getting himself all situated.
Okay. Oh, let me grab a beer.
Bogart, you want to go ahead and oh, he's grabbing a beer. Oh my God, Jake, you got it.
Cheers to me.
Cheers to you.
All the Rumboyz
What it
and
do?
girls.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Alrighty, y'all. So she said my heroes. Let's see what this is. It feels like it might be a portrait. It feels like it might be like a painting of some sort.
I guarantee it's not Dwayne Haskins. Bro, I was eating some shrooms right now with some pork rinds, with some chicharrones. Bro, I almost fucking choked. I was like, that's not working out too good.
I'm gonna mic up.
You fellas hear me? Mic check 1 2.
There it is.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
It
let's
might
go.
be RG3.
It might be RG3. Could it be Kaepernick? Like, it could be Cap. It could be a painting of Cap. I mean, you know, I did pass a law preventing black lives from getting, you know, hurt here in Colorado Springs. I mean, maybe it's that. God damn it, this fucking wrapping paper is a bitch.
That's
There
the
we
expensive stuff.
Yeah, she used the good shit. This is definitely like $45 a roll, bro. Oh, snap. Oh, shit. It's Kobe and Nip.
Kobe and Nip.
It's Kobe and Nipsey. With Kobe and Nip fucking dapping it up in the background. Oh, my gosh. Bro.
She threw you off, bro. She threw you off by saying you're a hero. You know what I mean? She threw you off. Now that motherfucker was plural.
Yo, this shit, like, look at this. Like that's Nipsey right there. That's Kobe. Like, that's them dapping it up, and then that's them in their suits at their from the funeral.
She, they always say it's the thought that counts, but when people actually put thought into a gift, like that's the perfect example of it right there.
So for those that don't know, why these are my heroes, I mean, Kobe, like I grew up like I grew up like on Kobe, and Nipsey, Nipsey, you know, like I was born in DC, but like LA is in my heart. Like West Coast, like is all day. So I mean, both of them entrepreneurs, both of them ran their companies with so much integrity, with so much respect, and both of them fallen soldiers this year in 2020. Well, Nipsey passed last year, but yeah. That's what she got me, y'all. Like that's fucking
awesome.
insane. That's insane. That's insane, bro.
That's awesome, dude.
Like that's going up in the studio. Like those are like literally my idols. Like I play Kobe's Mama Mentality, 10 Commandments of Mama Mentality. He has 10 Steps of Mama Mentality. I play that every morning before we get on air. I listen to Victory Lap. Like fuck.
Can I ask you a semi-serious question? Were you a fan of Kobe as a rapper?
Yeah, actually, I used to bump his old.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had the joint with Tyra Banks, didn't he?
Yeah, the joint. And then he had a joint with the Brian McKnight, bro.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he had a joint with Brian McKnight, man. So hey, for real, that is the greatest.
That is the greatest 2 year present ever. This right here. Her saying that, like, hey, like I'm her hero, and then her giving me my heroes, like 2 people that inspired me to be a better man, to be a better entrepreneur. Like this is solid. This is definitely
that's that shit right there. That's dope.
Yeah, I'll never
that
forget.
That shit go crazy right there.
Yeah, I'll never forget. Like. This is what we're doing it for. The marathon's going to continue. We have my mentality here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, and this is what we're about: hard work and dedication.
I grew up a Warriors fan, so I secretly hated the Lakers, but I always loved Kobe. Like, you cannot love the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only was he too good, he was also just and all those allegations were trash because that bitch she was one of them bitches that did shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
False, try to manipulate motherfuckers and blackmail motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And like the mama mentality, bro. That's something that everyone should adopt, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Hey, yo, what's good, Tyler? What's good, Tyler? I don't know if that's Ty Boogie. He said bourbon glass in the title. I see. I don't know if that's like our Ty Boogie or not. But
no, that's not.
Yeah,
he would have known that we're drinking.
Yeah, he would have known.
No, it was me. I crushed like a whole glass of water right afterwards.
Gotta hydrate in between beers.
And he's like, "You're drinking water?" I was like, "Yeah."
Dive into the
and then Ryan was right before, and then he commented later, "Yeah."
Let's dive into the last set of topics. We gonna go hard the rest of this episode. We gonna turn up. We gonna have a good time. Who wins the NFC North? The Green Bay Packers or the Chicago Bears? Bears. Who y'all think?
Bears. Who's first? Right?
Buggy.
It's either me or Brian.
Wait, no. I think did he start last time?
Yeah, I think Bogey started last time.
Okay, so it's Brian.
I'll take Packers for sure. I'm a big believer in the best quarterback wins the division. It's clearly Aaron Rodgers. Whether or not Nick Foles may be Tom Brady's kryptonite, I just don't think he's that guy that's going to be posting 12 wins, which is what I think is going to be needed for this division. I think the Packers are arguably the best team in the league, although they might hit a bit of a bump in the road against Tampa Bay when they have to travel down to Florida. But I'm going Packers for sure. Matt LaFleur, all the criticism last year. This year, he looks like a different coach, making those halftime adjustments, which he was criticized for not making last year, being great on the script and then struggling afterwards. So I got Packers for sure.
That's right.
Like that. Hey, fellas, really quick, cheers. We didn't even do a cheers after we just opened up a gift. That's fucked up.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
And by the way, Blake St. Clair, we will take care of that with Gemma. We did not know he was free to leave the country with his behavior. It's very out of hand.
I just realized what
we told authorities he should not leave the country and go after anybody, but it's unavoidable sometimes.
The Rumboyz mob boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hitman.
Robbie,
he is.
We apologize on your behalf. We should have stopped this before it happened, but
look,
we should have known he was not going to stop.
Look, look.
Hey, Jimmo is loving it right now.
Sometimes I need my hitters to go do work, Jake, what's your take, bro? Hit him off with that. Or Miles.
I'm just
I've done that fucking 3 times.
I'm invisible today. It's because I'm in the corner on this side of. I'm usually not. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not in the corner.
You gotta put the Spider-Man mask on. That's why.
I'm gonna go put the Spider-Man mask on right now.
That way he can't not notice you.
No, I'm with it here with Brian. I'm sticking with the Packers. I'm gonna take Aaron Jones, who's just been killing it, and shame on you or anybody who didn't believe in him coming into the season.
Hey, real quick, can we talk about that just for a quick second? How many motherfuckers were like, "Oh, he's had 20 touchdowns. He's gonna be at touchdown regression." What if he had like 13 or 6? If he had 19?
The thing is, the same thing happened.
AJ Dillon, bro. AJ Dillon and spooked the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, that's what
What in
happened.
the
It
fuck?
was the drafting, but the thing is, they didn't draft any other receivers because they don't need any other receivers because
They got
Aaron
Aaron
Jones is the Packers' #1 receiver right now when Devontae Adams is out, and that's what I'm saying. They're hitting the same kind of thing that happened to him last year. Adams was out with a short period of time with an injury. Jones stepped up, so he doesn't need a ragtag group of like as long as there's bodies out there. Aaron Rodgers is going to find somebody and give him an easy touchdown. Eventually, they have too much firepower for the Bears to keep up with. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Gemmo. It's not the answer. We saw it last night with it took Foles a while. I'm telling you, he's not a quick starter, and he's not going to
very exploitable secondary. And
Yeah, he's not going to keep it on either the whole game.
Nick Foles, you missed a
He missed
wide open
throws.
Darnell Mooney.
Mooney was wide open on that.
As a 60-yard house call. I'm really sour about
Aaron
that.
Rodgers could do that in his sleep with 5 guys hanging off of him, backpedaling. He's Mahomes before Mahomes came around, and people don't give him that credit. And I think that he took a lot of that personally. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. They're definitely winning the division. That's my take.
Hey, yo, make sure you guys subscribe to our blog podcast again. Hey, this is the greatest fucking present ever. Like, for my 3 years, like, he's my boy. He's my boy.
Damn near speechless.
Rest in heaven, yo. Rest in heaven. Like, bro, it's so hard for me to, even
That is such a good game.
I had to hold it together because I almost drew a tear. Like,
I was about to say, I didn't want to point it up. I was like, yo, he was so Clem. He was so like, I felt for you. You know, I'm on shrooms, so like I feel vibes. You know?
Yeah, bro.
I was like, yo,
I'm starting to see colors.
Hey, it's LA,
Nice.
bro. It's LA. West Coast to Best Coast, baby. West Coast to Best Coast. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all in Cali next year. I'm trying to touch down next year. You already know that I gotta make my yearly visit to Nipsey. I'm sorry because of COVID. I didn't go to Memorial this year, but you already know. Like, I'm out there.
Once things open up again, man, I want to travel too. I just don't know when it's going to happen.
Yo, hey, I want to just tell my whole Cali family. I want to let y'all know West Coast to Best Coast. I love y'all. Rosecrans, what's good? Crenshaw, what's good? Slauson, what's good? I love y'all. I love y'all.
Yo,
I
big up
fucking
to
appreciate
LA.
y'all. Yo,
Yes,
Long
sir.
Beach, what's good?
What's happening?
Yo, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, Cali. Thank you. Big up to the West Coast. Like, thank you for making me.
Love
And that's
it,
all I
man.
gotta say, dude. You know.
I ain't gonna lie, I am a product of the West Coast. So
Yeah, I'm a product of the West Coast. Like,
I
it's
happen to agree with this statement right now. I'm like, yes, the left coast. Let's go. Let's go.
yeah,
Let's
West
get
Coast to Best Coast. Let's get into whose turn is it? Jake.
Mine.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I have to take Rodgers in that division. I think he's the second most talented quarterback of all time. Mahomes probably took that over. Just everything he brings to the table. I like what he's doing on the Pat McAfee show where he said he's finally happy for the first time in 5-6 years playing football. He actually enjoys his life and feels relaxed and feels like it's a place he wants to be. And you have a motivated, aging Aaron Rodgers, probably knowing this is the last few years he has there because they did draft a guy, and regardless of how he plays, they have shown they will get rid of you, so he's probably enjoying his time there.
Yep.
As much as he has hinted his way out, I'm sure he doesn't want to leave. I think he wants to have this last few years, maybe this last year there.
He's coming.
So I can't count him out. I think he has that back he could rely on that could do everything, and he has those weapons that he's just comfortable with, and he has that ability to make plays where they're not there. And you really can't count them out. Nick Foles, I've seen him in the playoffs do well. I've seen him play well in games that are huge, like must-win get into the playoffs. But I can't rely on him to compete with Rodgers snap for snap. So I think you have to give it to the Packers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Miles.
Oh yeah.
I already went.
Miles went.
It's Bogart's turn.
He doesn't want. No, he don't want to skip him anymore. Man. He has to get him twice.
Now it's like conscious. Like okay, I got to make sure I get
I
Miles.
get him twice. Listen.
This is why you're hired.
Although White Jesus happens to have an affinity for Nick Foles, listen, he got pray enough. It's not gonna happen. We're going with the Packers. This is a man on a mission. You know, I love that. I love that Rodgers does do the Pat McAfee segments every week because he's like, you know, because Pat McAfee, they'll
He's
ask
uncandid. He's uncandid. He's uncandid.
And
oh,
they'll
dude,
ask-
bro, stop acting like a little bitch. Get up off the floor. Get up off the floor, dog.
Like they will, you know, they will ask the questions. Like he asked him one time. He was like, "Hey, how many times would McCarthy call
Can
a
you see on
play?"
that little TV? I don't know why the HDMI cord's not working. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I thought I was on you guys. My bad.
He would always say, I mean, he asked him, he said, "Hey, how many times did McCarthy call a play?" And you would like, curve that shit. And he was like, "Well, I'd call the audible if it was a bad play." You know what I mean? But and then, remember LaFleur came in and was like, we're gonna take away his audible eligibility,
which didn't happen.
Right,
See,
which
that
didn't
10 times
happen.
fast.
But this year, he's realizing all the motion, because you got to remember, Matt LaFleur is a Shanahan disciple. Only the Niners have more motions before a snap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much shit going on to throw off the defense. You know what I mean? And now Rodgers is like, oh, look at that. We could just run a couple motions, and then I can see what the defense is doing. And I'm Aaron Rodgers. I have a hell of a brain, as well as the biggest eyeballs in the game. He's just a surveying everything. You know what I mean? Panoramic view while he's looking straight. You know what I mean?
I'm seeing the same thing with Cleveland, too. Stefanski also runs the Shannon, where it's like you have like foreign motions. I'm like, what are they doing just to see the defense? And then it's like, oh, Nick Chubb runs for 9 because they know it's his own defense right there.
Exactly.
And they just tear him apart with that.
And like, bro, even last year I used to knock the Packers being 13-3 because they had a super soft schedule, right? And even like, they played, when they played the Chiefs, they played them without Patrick Mahomes. When they played Detroit the second time around, they had no Stafford. Like, they had all these. They played with obviously the Trubisky-led Bears twice. It's just trash. Like, I felt like maybe it was a fool's gold. But bro, they look legit. You know what I mean? They're legit. I'm putting my money on them. You know what I mean? I think right now, as it stands, if you ask me, we're looking at an NFC championship rematch between the Seahawks and the Packers. Because we remember a couple years ago that overtime thriller.
No. I like that. I respect the take. I want to hear from so you've gone. I'm gonna go Da Bears. I think Da Bears are really.
There's a song playing. Is that
who's
song?
It's not me.
No, I'm sorry. My wife got back with her sisters. They're jamming out. I'll mute myself.
Oh shit! Oh, hey Miles, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
On air?
No.
Okay.
Did you notice how I laughed? I already knew he was gonna go somewhere.
Because no, you already knew what I was gonna ask. I was like, am I about to be an uncle? Like,
we'll talk about it after the show.
Shoot the club up!
Hey, we're not John Jones.
Yeah, I'm not John Jonesing tonight.
No, listen. There have been a lot of great things that have been happening behind the scenes of this company. So I just want everyone to know that we really do appreciate everyone's support, because the positivity that's happening around this place right now, the positivity that's happening around the office, like the
positivity
vibe,
giving money.
Yeah, positivity giving money. Like we're all on like cloud 9, and it's a beautiful thing because you guys are a part of this journey, and you guys are a part of this just transformation here into year 3 now, to where we're really a force to be reckoned with in the sports industry. Like, we can literally say that we're a force to be reckoned with. Like, we can literally walk around and say, like, we did this shit organically. It's a
humble flex.
It's a humble flex. It's like
because we're going to be working regardless. It's just the fact that we have such a good time and
just grinding.
Exactly, just vibing, just grinding. So I mean, I want to let you guys know, like what you're seeing here tonight. Like expect this vibe, expect this positivity, expect this energy to transform into year 3, because this is the greatest motherfucking
the third's the charm, baby. The third's the charm.
We missed one major key in this debate of like what quarterback do you trust more? Aaron Rodgers has 0 statues. Nick Foles has 1. I mean, we got to take that into account.
Brian, I know you want to say some shit. Brian, I see it in your face. Do it.
No, I don't care how many. I don't care how many statues that Nick Foles has. I just don't
Rocky.
like.
Rocky has a
like.
Hey, Brian threw his hand back. He was like, "Fuck this take."
Still a little bit of fun and he really boxing matches.
Rodgers,
Tyson doesn't
you
even have
just said Rodgers is the second, most talented quarterback of all time.
I did.
I will say Nick Foles. I mean, what a legendary statue. It really is. Like, he might be the sole reason that.
Poor Wentz, by the way. He walks into the stadium where his teammate won a title when he was injured. He's like, oh, yeah, that could have been me if I just didn't tear my ACL in LA.
The question is,
a dick up there.
Well, that's the thing. That's the question is, like, who's ever put up a quicker statue than Philly? Like, it was instant. They win it, and it's like, okay, Nick Foles, thank you. You're going to the bench. Here's your statue. Instantly.
Yeah.
It's like when you go in the bedroom and finish too quick. Yeah, you got the victory, but like what happened on the other side?
You usually just fall asleep afterwards. You're like, well, I'm getting to bed early then.
Oh my God. I don't know why I open up these jokes because I should know the personality of my staff, but I'm be honest. Like, after 2 years of work with these guys, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna say. Like, I have no clue at this point. Like, I'm in charge, but I'm not in charge.
Well, I was gonna say Bogart hasn't had to be muted tonight, so that's a plus.
Dude, hey, whoever betted the under on Bogart being muted tonight is fucking swimming in the dough. Like, they are loving life right now.
Also, all the disrespect Andy Reid gets
Brian,
now.
people do bet on our show. People will bet on our show. Like, motherfuckers will legitimately win money.
What's the over?
Think about this. All the disrespect Andy Reid gets, he built up a winning culture in Philly, and Doug Peterson gets a statue.
Oof.
After 3 seasons that are decent.
Fuck that. Last night on the pregame show, so this question we are going to get very intricate. So I want everyone to, I'm about to say this, I'm about to take another shot, but I want everyone to hone in. Last night on the pregame show, I discussed the importance of taking a game script into account when setting your fantasy football lineups or even your DFS props. Okay. What are some strategies that you recommend for viewers at home when looking when they're taking into account of winning cash? Whether I don't care what site they are on, who you're sponsored by. We know that we're sponsored by Monkey Knife Fight, and that's where we win our money. What advice?
Give me money.
What off the wall things are you telling your viewers to pay attention to that other analysts may not tell them to pay attention to? And I think we started with Bogart.
Yeah. So I will say this: once we get into now, we're in a Rumtober. We're in Rumtober.
Yeah.
Right. Weather's gonna start getting a type of way in different cities. Listen. Don't fucking let weather narrate your fucking start-sit narratives. I would say the only time you ever have to worry about weather, you check the winds. If there's like 25-mile-an-hour winds, you probably don't want to start those receivers in that game. I'm not scared of rain, not scared of snow.
What was that? That slush fest? Wasn't it last year? Where it was like hardcore flooded, like that. That had an effect on the game.
That was the Redskins Niners game where they were literally sliding in the mud.
Like no point from anybody. Like thinking that it was decided by a touchdown.
That's different though. That was a swamp.
The swamp game.
Yeah, it was a swamp game. Normally, when you want to worry about weather, you're worried about the wind.
The snow, man. I'm worried about the snow too, like heavy snow.
Still though, snow that's great for running backs.
Shit. It's great for running backs.
Homer fight. Give me money.
Yes, and see, here's the thing, like, also, stop. What I'm always gonna preach is recency bias. Like, if there's a good player with name value that's not playing so well, go buy low on that motherfucker.
I use the dartboard and blindfold method to pick players and teams, says Blake. That's what I mean.
I would bet you in your office poll, if you were to pick March Madness, in 95% of like just U.S. offices, the chick that never watched a game in her life probably wins that way.
Oh, right.
Oh, I like this name. What's that? Villanova. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, I like it. You know what I mean? Like, women are the best at that shit.
I
Like,
love that light blue jersey.
Right?
Elite
It's
Eight.
so cute.
I like the colorway.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Nipsey and Kobe are with us for the rest of the stream.
Like, I will say this too. Like,
I would say
this
most
is the
women.
year-
There's some girls who know sports. Though.
So obviously, this goes without saying when we tell all our audiences, we tell them just try to stay above 500, obviously, but this year, it's have
in
depth.
fantasy football, stay above
Have-
500. When you're betting,
have
you want to stay
depth.
above 720.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, in fantasy football specifically, like have your depth this year. This is your year. You need depth. You know what I mean? If you don't have depth,
Bro, I'm mad at people that aren't trading for depth. I'm mad at people this year that aren't trading for depth. Like that shit is pissing me off. Like I'm seeing a lot of fantasy players are like trying to play really conservative, and it's like I'm the inventor of playing conservative. So it's like seeing people try and play conservative when it's like you don't need to. That's pissing me off. Because
imagine
everyone's
this.
cautious. Everyone's cautious because of
Imagine-
COVID.
hey, probability is a motherfucker. There is a high probability that there's managers out there, including myself, who plays in 13 different leagues, where I'm looking at my roster and I'm like, okay, I got Bills, Titans, I got Bills and Titans players.
You saw my screenshot.
Yeah, where it's
You see
like,
my tweets?
whoa, if you don't have depth, like there was like 4 games in the air. Even before we got the breaking news about the Jets game, it was like, oh my god, dude.
Oh, I was fine. I could play my bench.
Nah,
but
The Jets
still,
are
I'm
going to
not
play. The
happy
Jets
about
are
it.
playing as scheduled. The Jets are playing as scheduled.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on.
But I'm saying though, like before that, like there's motherfuckers that are like, damn, dude, I got all these Cardinals guys. Where I'm gonna have to make adjustments.
I lost some
I'm
hair
saying,
over that shit already. I swear.
Have depth. Just have your depth and love it this year.
Wow,
You know what I
Miles,
mean?
you lose hair. Look at that full head of hair. Jake,
I was joking.
Jake,
That's a
son.
habit.
But,
Okay, I don't trust you out
Miles
that
got-
bad. I'm not that bad of a fucking boss. Jake, what's
I like
good?
to rub it in my
bro?
dad's face.
Well, I mean, you have to look for weekly tendencies as well because, like, if you see a game that you with a player that you're kind of like, I might play this guy for a week. You have to think of a team that can't guard a tight end, like Cleveland Browns, or a team like the
Eagles.
Colts that rely heavily on their interior defensive line. So maybe look for more the speedy back instead of like a slower back because
Yeah, the pass
at
catcher
that point
together.
the Browns are probably going to be able to run the ball. But hey,
Kareem
you
Hunt's gonna eat
don't
this
pick Johnson this week, even though people are loving to pick him up. Pick the speedier backs. Pick Hunt because the interior D line for the Colts is good. Maybe you shouldn't go for the inside guy that's going to pound the rock 15 times because it's going to be more focused on outside game screen passes. So you have to go weekly with your roster if you're especially in like less than like 6 or 7 leagues because there is tendencies that you can get a game-breaking player that you might not want to play in most weeks, and then if it's a bad defense because hey, if we could throw for 400 on this team like with the Chiefs, why would you take a back for the Chiefs? Why would you take a weapon for the Chiefs like Kelsey when you're going to be able to beat this guy deep? It wouldn't make sense. So just look at your matchups and see the strength of the team.
Yeah, that's
Defense,
what
because-
I'm with there.
LA needs to get the fuck together.
That's right. That's bleeding into what I was.
Get it
gonna say.
together, yeah, Robbie. That's the advice. That's the fantasy team
Get it
advice
together.
everyone needs.
No, I was saying
Yeah,
for
it's
defense,
together.
I love looking at matchups, but not just necessarily like in a whole like the whole defense or whatever, but specific matchups, wide receivers on certain cornerbacks and things of that nature, and what's been trending with the other stories that you're not so used to seeing. I think that if you look into things like that, you take a little deeper dive into your roster and kind of look at the game situations. Like Robbie was saying, game script. You know what I'm saying? So. Not necessarily just trying to plan out the game script, but also looking at these individual matchups. Like so and so is going to be, is allowing the 100-yard receiving things to the slot.
Yeah, like your
play it that way.
Corner man from your Texans, bro. I am
Which
bullying
one?
the fuck
I don't
out
even
of
know. They had like 5 or 6, and they roll them all around.
Yeah, He's one of your starters for sure, though. He's
Roby?
It's like the Washington football team. We
No,
don't have.
Roby-
We don't.
okay, who's
we
the
don't.
other guy?
The other guy was Moore, but that's the safety, and he got put on IR.
Let's
I don't even know who the other
go!
guy is.
That's our shit.
They rotate that spot, dude. It's not even one
Yeah,
set
I was
player.
gonna say because there was it. Either way,
Come on.
I'm just like.
By the way, Robbie is
following
freaking
you.
out about the third quarter of a basketball game.
No shit.
Third quarter,
I know.
not even the fourth yet.
Wait till the last 5
It's the
minutes.
finals. It's the finals.
You give the last like 40
They
minutes to
just gonna
start
win the
getting
whole
mad.
fucking
This
thing.
is
Why
such
are
a
you freaking out?
2020. It's such a 2020 thing where I'm not even dialed into.
It's
the
like me,
finals.
dude. I know the Astros are gonna win this last series. I wasn't freaking out with the last game.
This isn't cool. This isn't cool right now. What is okay?
There's 14 minutes left, Robbie. You got to win like the last 3 to start a little bit of concern.
No. Don't stop.
We're dominating.
If you're telling me there's another level of spaz, if the spazzing out, we're going there. Let's get level 3 spazzing. I like Robbie.
I'm gonna
when
get
he's
so
fired
mad.
up.
I'm trying to.
Fire it up, Robbie.
I got this Arnold Palmer spike. So like me, I'm about to like probably go like 10 levels. Brian's probably like, fuck. There's more.
Hey, you know what I've been actively doing? I ain't gonna lie.
He's like, you can go to a higher level. Oh my god.
Hey, when I be
We're the X-Men, Brian. We're the X-Men here at Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
you see
Like,
the shirt?
Level up.
We mutate, and like we just like
We just go to like Omega level.
like
There's
I'm
four
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Right now you're
That's what they call it,
Wolverine.
right, Miles? Omega
What?
levels.
Omega levels. That's
Yeah,
correct.
you're witnessing Civil War Wolverine.
I know,
Like, this isn't
I
even me with the
console
anti-anthem
with
yet.
another
This isn't even me with the anti-anthem yet.
He ain't even got the animatium. He's just Bones Logan.
Bones Wolverine.
Exactly, dude.
Hey, check this out though. Look at it. I got the slash on the back.
Oh
He
shit! You
does.
better text it.
That's why, yeah.
I was like,
I know what
that
I'm
was done
doing.
with the Bones. Yeah, that was Bones Logan.
I play my jokes on bar. So yeah, we predicted shit on pregame last night. I'm mad at both you and Fornicator, by the way, because you were like over, and I was like no, and I didn't take my no.
Hold on.
No,
Brian, wait.
hold on, nothing. No,
I
what?
Let Brian have his take, guys.
All right, wait,
Yeah, guys.
I have to
Yeah.
say this. I have to say this real quick. You guys talked me out of taking the under on both, right? I was taking the less on. You know what? We don't fuck it. It's in
Fuck
the
yeah,
past.
it's Brian's turn.
Well, yeah, I mean, getting back to
Bro, I hate you.
that's good. One thing about the under in that game, I think one of the reasons that it was smart, obviously.
No, we're talking about
is-
the passing yards on the players, but yeah, we definitely smashed.
Oh,
the
okay.
under.
Well, yeah, like so the under. One of the big reasons that I felt pretty strongly about it was short week, injury clusters for the Bucks, right? Not to mention the good defenses, and so that's one thing that's always important to keep in mind, especially if it's fantasy injury clusters. Making sure that you keep in mind. I think you mentioned game script and like seeking out blowouts and see if you can find your Blake Bortles, your Jameis Winston kind of players, right? That like actually suck.
I
but
love
in
my man
fantasy,
Gardner Minshew
like
against
they're-
you. Love Joe Burrow.
no doubt.
Garbage
The
time.
stats. Yeah, Joe Burrow is that guy this year. I think he's good,
I
but
love
like they've shown they're going to throw it 60 times. Like they don't care. They're
Oh
going to
my
throw
God,
it, and then
Dak is the
You'll
GOAT
find
right
2
now.
touchdowns somewhere in those 60 throws.
yeah,
Dak is the GOAT.
that's right.
But
Yeah,
if-
Dak
Yeah,
is-
Dak.
He's
Dak
the GOAT
is
right now when it
like
comes to
he
that
was
shit.
like Jameis Winston. You thought you did something. Like just wait, I'm gonna get down
He's
30,
Jameis without
and then
the turnovers.
yeah, no doubt.
Doing it without
But
turnovers.
and then one other last thing, like betting that I feel pretty wholeheartedly about is like find your Mitchell Trubisky, find your quarterback that you love to fade, and just ride that. And I'm pretty upset because he's benched, so I moved on to Haskins. And like Haskins
And then
is
he
going to
got
be the
benched.
next guy. Like I'm a fade Haskins because just like I mentioned, like it's 4th and 13. He's taking the dump off. Like he's not going to cover spreads. And so now, I mean, if you guys have any suggestions for me, I'm kind of searching for a quarterback to fade.
I'm gonna be real.
Teddy
with you.
Bridgewater.
No.
not
I
this
love
week.
Teddy. I
Not this
love
week.
Teddy Two Gloves this week. Teddy
I
Roosevelt.
love Teddy Roosevelt for the rest of the season.
Yeah, me too. Look, you know, I'm gonna sound crazy when I say this, but I am on mushroom, so it's a disclaimer. Listen, Matt Ryan's that guy right now, bro.
Yeah, he could be.
Not Ryan
fucking
giving
guy.
money.
He's that fucking guy right now, dude.
Bro, I'm rocking Ryan Fitzpatrick in the league until the wheels fall off.
Nice.
Listen,
And it's paying out. Yo, it's paying out big.
I got Burrow in some super flexes and stuff, and
fun.
That's fun.
So
Yeah,
much
great.
fun. I love Mighty Joe Young Burrow, just a beating on his chest. I love that motherfucker.
I love when we get in like fantasy talk, and it's like I figure out how big a kahunas like the homies I'm competing against like really have, and that's a shit. Like I'm in a lot of expert leagues, like Pat Mayo. Like Pat Mayo, he was like
Shout out to Mayo.
after we buried him, he was like, bro, I give you respect. Like you know what you're doing. Like, dude, you know I know what I'm doing. And I know that you see my show. Just feature me once.
Hey, Pat Mayo.
Don't be afraid.
I
Just
know,
because I
bring
beat you.
us on.
Just
Pat
because I
Mayo's
beat
low-key
you.
one of my heroes, too.
I know. Just because I beat you doesn't mean that you shouldn't bring me on. Like, Isles become rivals, you know? I'm here. and I'm gonna keep smacking the fuck out of all of you.
I want to say this, too.
I'm gonna keep smacking. I want to say this. I'm gonna keep smacking the fuck out of all of you.
No, here we go. Listen, we haven't played each other yet in any of our analyst leagues, whatever.
I gave you that win last week, Robbie, because I knew your anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, suck my dick.
Listen, damn. Listen. I want to tell you something right now.
I love Miles.
Barely won that shit anyway.
You barely lost it, so I know.
Hey, Robbie is so mad at me right now. Like the other week, right? Check this out. Hold on. This is great. So we're the one primetime game that I swear to God, we've hit on every single primetime game, calling the under-overs, calling the money lines, and whatever it is, we've hit, except for that goddamn Jacksonville game, right? And the Jacksonville Dolphins game. And,
I spent it last night with Forever Hawkins.
I remember you were like that the earlier in the day off air. I'm talking to the Admiral. He's like, "Listen, bro, I have the Bills defense, but I'm gonna sit them down." I went in and picked up Jacksonville. I'm rolling them out, and I was like, I go like this. Are you sure about that? Like,
oh, nigga, that's not what you said.
Like, yes, it is. I said, are you sure about that? And I said,
That's the week that started Minshew off the bench.
I
still won the match quickly.
See, here's the thing, though. It's like, I reminded him after it went bad. I reminded him, hey, bro, this is war. I wasn't going to stop you. And he goes, I'm not going to fucking forget that shit, Bogart. He's like, I'm going to get you somewhere along this year. So I'm like extra on my toes. I'm like, Robbie's going to get me on one of these takes that I'm going to buy into. I'm like, you know what? Robbie made sense there, and he's curving me.
Alrighty.
All I know is we need Minshew to go Fu Manchu and just grow it down for the rest of the season. It might play better. And like braid it.
I still say
I love Gardner Minshew the good son.
I still say after what I said last night, the picture greatest game plan or your greatest game script in your head, and that's what you're really wanting to work with. That is going to be your saving grace. That's the advice that I prescribed, and that's the advice that I want you all to follow. I feel that
he is Dr. Strange. He's handing out prescriptions.
Justin needs a link. He wants in for.
I know.
Link.
Jake, are you in the group chat?
It's like, Jake, why did you send it right there?
He's in the chat.
I know.
Yeah,
he's in the chat.
So people think you're ignoring your staff now. Because he had to go to the chat to get the link.
That's a fucked up thing to bring up on the team.
Oh, yeah. I also want to say,
I don't ever ignore you guys. I love you all. I love you all.
Everybody
my
that's...
staff.
And now we added a question mark after this.
Send me the link.
He went from declarative to question.
I love my staff. Everyone knows I love my staff. Stop with that shit.
I am.
I was waiting for the progression of the second question mark or the first.
I would,
and I was like, all right, maybe I should bring this up
too right now. Everybody, like, if you're in a single QB league and you have a Carson Wentz or even a Matt Ryan, you're not liking shit like that. Like, just go get Justin Herbert because he's probably the one that's available. Or
I love Herbert.
Like
I love
bro,
Herbert.
In Herbert.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, why'd you pick Justin Herbert? I was like, because I saw Easton Stick throw an entire throw competition. And I was done. Like,
hey,
Miles was like, fuck it, I'm done.
Herbert's on a little tour right now. He went from Patrick Mahomes to Brady, just duking it out with them. And then now he's going to go duke it out with Breeze in his first primetime outing. I took the Chargers to
look
cover
who it
7.5.
is. White chocolate.
Hey.
White chocolate is here.
What's happening?
This motherfucker has water.
It's my clock management brother.
He has water. He just brought a cup of water.
How you
Clock management fashionably on time.
Yeah. No, but it is your wife's birthday.
Yeah, it's my wife's birthday, so we were
and
out
George
early.
Kittle. Happy birthday, George Kittle.
Right.
Happy birthday to my father-in-law as well.
Hey, happy birthday to my sister-in-law. Hey,
Your father-in-law is George Kittle?
No, my girl's dad. My girl's dad. Hey, you know what's funny? I swear to God, I've never got fantasy advice from my dad, right? But I remember he goes like this. Because my dad, he does real estate, but he also would do like Uber. He's a driving motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
So I remember when George Kittle was a rookie, he goes, "Hey, I picked up this guy. Check my Facebook." And I looked at it. He had a picture with him and George Kittle. Oh, that's our rookie tight end. Oh yeah, Jay, you gotta draft him. He's like, you gotta draft him, Jay.
Hey, really quick. For those that don't know, like, we are a big family. We do, like, we love and appreciate each other. It doesn't happen just when we're on camera. We're all family. Justin, I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna do this. If you want to clip this, we're at 2:01 in the show. I want to say to my sister-in-law, Sheena, because Justin is a brother to me. Happy birthday. Baby girl, you deserve this. Happy to another, big up to another year. And I appreciate you for making my brother Justin happy and making him just a person I can love and I can appreciate as a friend. And yeah, like
confidant.
Yeah, a confidant. So like, I appreciate you. I just want to say, happy birthday to you, and thank you for allowing him to come and celebrate the 2-year anniversary with us. Cheers to me, cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Sheila, this shot is for you.
This pickle beer is for you.
My mushroom performance tonight is dedicated to you.
Mine's not hype enough yet. I don't know if I'm gonna just chill though.
You don't want to make the mistake of throwing too much more.
So, Justin, we do want to get your take here. And I wrote this kind of just specifically, honestly, like for you. Last night on the pregame show, me and Bogart, we discussed the importance of taking game script into account. What are some setting lineups and DFS like props, like techniques that you use? Like, what are some strategies that you use to your subscribers that you feel that everyone should really just think outside the box and really know?
Oh,
like,
shit,
not
that was
something
the question. I totally botched the question.
No, you didn't.
I mean, obviously you're taking into account the good defenses. I mean, I think that's just kind of something that everyone thinks about. But you also got to look at like the teams like Seattle, who put up a bunch of points, throw for a ton of yards, or Atlanta, because it's going to force the other team to do the same. You know, they have to react to that. They have to try and keep up with that. So I love starting, like, for example, this week, Kirk Cousins is one of my top streaming options for quarterback because he's playing against Seattle. And it's not that I think Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback, but he's going to have to throw the ball a ton.
I like that. So you think that the theory of planning a game script in your own kind of imagination helps, actually?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bridgewater.
Yep. Yeah,
Bridgewater,
bridge, baby.
He's another one of my top streamers this week.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get into, are you willing to start Joe Flacco this week, or how do you feel he'll do? Like, even if you don't start him, how do you feel he's going to do? Justin.
No, I'm not. I'm not starting Joe Flacco this week or any week. And it's not just because I think Joe Flacco's not a good quarterback, which I do believe. I do believe he's not a good quarterback, but
Let me
It's
be
the
clear. I
fact
do
that
believe he's
he-
not a good quarterback.
Yes. But it's also the fact that he's on the Jets with Adam Gase. Like, are we expecting that changes? Like, it's the quarterback isn't the problem there.
When does Gase get fired?
Yeah, that wasn't. I think end of season they got to secure that #1 draft pick.
Nice. Okay. Just your take on it. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, I mean probably right before the end of the season. I'll give him two games prior to the end. But they got to secure that #1 draft pick before they fire him. He's doing what they're paying him to do right now. Lose.
Yeah. What he always does.
Give me
What
that
he's good at.
foul.
Yeah.
What he's good at.
Question
Come on,
are we
man.
on the gays question?
Yeah,
I
this is the
heard
Adam
fire-
Gase portion of the show.
I heard fire
Sorry, everybody.
and
This is the Adam Gase portion of the show. Apologizing in advance and actually
A lot of negativity.
You know what? Hey, can we all remember together real quick? Didn't when Adam Gase was over
We're not
there
gonna win tonight.
in Miami.
We're not gonna fucking win tonight, man.
when he was in Miami, didn't
Robbie
one of
going
his
through
coaches,
some emotions.
his line coach, the offensive line coach, got caught doing coke, right? Like he had that video
Yeah,
or whatever.
I remember that. Yep.
Right?
Mhm. Yes,
Bro.
sir.
Adam
That video was
Gase.
classic.
Adam Gase looks like he's on coke
That's
at
what
all
I'm
times.
saying. I was gonna get to that. I'm like, yo,
Sorry,
he's
sorry.
on coke.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, that guy got caught. Adam Gase just hasn't been caught. I'm not sure if they just don't test him
Adam
or what.
Gase low key might be a
Adam Gase been caught, just not with the evidence.
Yeah.
Right?
Adam
We've
Gase.
seen that he's been caught.
Yeah, and I mean, coke only stays in your system for 72 hours. That's what for being tested for. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
A
harder
friend
to
told
catch
me
you
that.
for that. Yeah, I mean,
He
I'm
was-
in the military, so we know because we do all these drug testings. and
Yeah.
stuff,
He was
so.
definitely
So you gotta
on.
know which drugs you could do.
He was definitely on something in a few of those press conferences when he.
I
Man,
swear, bro.
Man, you gotta be if you're the head coach of the Jets anyway, though. I mean, you gotta get through those games somehow.
yeah, even he can't
For
do it.
real. And even when you look at the Jets game plan every week, it's like, yo, whoever's writing that game plan is on coke. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. So while Robbie was dealing with that, we already shit on Gase. Let's hear what Brian has to say about Joe Flacco.
There's no way I would ever start him. His last 8 games, he's 2-6, 6 touchdowns, but 3 came against Jacksonville. So that's in half the games he hasn't even thrown a touchdown pass, and I wouldn't expect one this week either.
Yeah.
Good point.
I will say this though,
I can respect that.
be excited to have Le'Veon Bell. Like,
I was
'cause you're
about-
probably pissed that you have him, but you know this
Okay.
guy he loves to pepper the running back. You know what I mean? And maybe we see a Chris Herndon appearance because he
No.
also loves his tight end position.
I'm not. I refuse to hold out
Oh.
hope on Chris Herndon.
Oh,
I
no.
Chris
refuse.
Herndon is never no.
Chris-
We're never gonna see
Chris-
him. He's never gonna be a thing.
Chris
Him,
Herndon
next-
is on
Chris
my
Herndon
god
is
awful
so
list.
irrelevant. He's so irrelevant.
He's
might-
on my
might
god
catch a
awful
pass.
list. Him, Jared Cook.
He's a clone of Evan Ingram.
Ooh,
Hey,
he's
let's like-
the ghost.
so it sounds like everyone has
Like he's so talented, he just doesn't catch a ball, but he's
No,
so
but-
talented.
I don't
Maybe
even
when
believe
Gase
he's
is gone.
He
talented.
doesn't stay healthy, but he's
They
so
just kept saying
talented.
Hang on. So it
He's
sounds like
so
everyone-
talented, he's
it
just
sounds like
not
everyone
good
has
at
won.
football.
Yeah.
I forgot Ingram
Yeah,
was
he
even
could
in
write
the league, to be
amazing
honest.
essays, guys. He's so talented. He's such a good writer. So talented.
I'm
He
sorry,
just football is just not his thing.
And why? Listen,
If he decided to write, he could be a good writer. He just didn't write, so.
Yeah.
You
He
know.
just didn't write. But he's talented.
Chris Herndon
That's
the
what I heard.
third. That means there was 2 failed attempts prior.
He's the
They thought
fourth.
the third was the
He's the
charm.
fourth.
He's the
Yeah.
fourth.
He's the
What's that say
fourth.
about-
Oh god.
Dude,
I
he's
think-
Will Fuller
Quattro.
Yeah, his
Oh,
next
man.
one, the next version is gonna be Weapon V.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. You know who pisses me off the most because I feel like he listens to my show is Will Fuller because I always shit on him and he just keeps proving me wrong.
Yeah, dude, I told you.
I
Look,
really
my
just
hot,
hate him.
my hot take this year.
I
and
call
said
him Will
was
Offler.
that he's gonna play the whole freaking season and he's gonna be the
Okay.
wide receiver 1 for the Texans. And so
Oh
far,
my God.
I willed this into existence.
that was my hot take, and it's working. It's weird.
I think the
don't
best
think it-
just meme of a career from New York is Eli Apple.
Let's go. Oh.
Just getting burned everywhere.
The Big Apple.
Yeah. And then,
Well,
and then-
No,
What about Baker?
Green.
Would
We're
you-
fucking a shot.
So what's the next topic? I think we're
You know what I
on,
call Baker?
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck Joe Flacco. Nobody's gonna start him.
NFL game of the week.
Flacco is what I call him.
Bogart? But Justin's here, so he can start, I guess.
Bogart.
Yeah,
Who changed?
Give it the clock.
Okay, so I'm
Let me think
excited.
about this.
I already know mine because I was just going through my weekly rankings, all this, and then looking at all these matchups. And it also, when I first hopped on, Robbie is asking about the game scripts. It's the Seahawks Vikings game.
Oh, yeah,
I
I love
actually
that one.
expect it to be like a high-scoring game and an exciting game to watch. Like, I think the Seahawks win, but I think that the Vikings are actually going. I'm excited to see Justin Jefferson.
One question.
Yeah.
Is primetime Kirk showing up? Because primetime Kirk's not
No.
that good.
Yeah, no, I don't think he does.
Regular day Kirk is
Yeah,
showing up.
this like Washington Redskin Kirk.
Fourth quarter.
Eastern.
Fuck
Yeah, you like that Kirk? I love Kirk.
Yeah, you like that? That's the one I'm looking for.
And how you like me now, Kirk?
Yeah.
'Cause you know what though? Equally, I love if I die Kirk as well.
We're missing the greatest moment of just NFL memery of Bart Scott. Can't wait.
We're down three.
Did you see Kirk? It was one of his teammates talking about the "if you die, you die" comment, because this teammate is a former teammate of his that was like, he's like, I don't know why he even says something stupid like that. He's like, because I know tough players, and Kirk Cousins is not one of them. He's like, if I had to name, he's like, if I had to choose 10 people on our offense when I played with them to be like tough guys to go with me, he wouldn't be in the group.
Well, your quarterback should be the tough guy.
Right?
The greatest NFL meme or just catchphrase was that Bart Scott can't wait. They got roasted by the Patriots the next week.
Oh yeah, it's awesome when Kirk Cousins is great at that. You like that, and then he just gets destroyed the next week.
Yeah,
I like Bart Scott's better because he had like 2 tackles that game, and he's like, "Oh, we got this. Can't wait, dude. You didn't even do anything.
You know what was
You just-
cool,
You just beat the Patriots because everybody else just had a bunch of turnovers, and you had like 1 tackle. So I don't know why you're being interviewed for this, but whatever. It's not really your job to praise your team. Talk to Revis for that.
Foul.
Okay, what's the next topic? We're kind of waiting.
Brian, what's
Go ahead.
No, I'm the only one who did.
For me, it's Colts Browns, and it's because the Colts have a great defense. The Browns' offense is starting to break out, but there's major question marks about both teams. They're both 3-1, but everybody's still waiting if like Old Man Rivers is really going to be able to do it. Right?
If they rely on Taylor, if they give JT the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. And then with Baker Mayfield, obviously major questions there. They have 680 rushing yards in the last 3 games.
That's insane.
So, which is insane. And like he's throwing for $150, 2 tuds, and it's like
Chubb's out.
Chubb's out. I don't think that's an issue though. Like
No,
they still
but
have
they're not
Kareem
gonna.
Hunt.
Yeah, but
They still have
Kareem Hunt, I don't
Dearness
think
Johnson.
I don't
Comes
think
out of
Kareem
nowhere.
Hunt
That
can
guy
carry
looks
the
like a
ball for 400 yards a game. Like they might actually have to throw the ball.
Yeah, and so
this
that's
is
what I
literally-
expect.
It's literally the #1 defense right now too. The Colts, overall.
Yeah, statistically they're
Big time prove it game for both teams, I think. So
yeah,
That's an
I'm excited
interesting.
about it.
Yeah, that's an interesting game. I hadn't really thought about it.
Throw another touchdown.
Yeah.
Somebody
I
mute-
want to see.
somebody mute Robbie.
Can Landry do it again?
Somebody mute Robbie.
We're trying to get through the takes.
Get through. Just do what you gotta do.
All right, Miles, let's go. It's fine. Get through what we
Y'all
can.
know how to run the show. Y'all know.
Okay.
He is not muting himself. We're very.
So for mine, it's going to be
It
Buffalo.
would be funny watching him spaz though on mute. That actually would be hilarious.
I'm going to go with Tennessee versus Buffalo for mine. Only because.
The first ever Tuesday night football game.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
pumped
go.
up to get football on Tuesday night.
Please,
first of all.
just please go.
And then I want to see Josh Allen
The
smack
Stallion.
the crap out of everybody and start putting all the haters down, because this will be the only game on Tuesday. So it's a primetime game for them now, or
That's
whatever.
me
it may
you're
be.
talking about.
Yeah, give me the vanilla Cam Newton, man, all over, because I have them everywhere in like all my leagues. So I'd love that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm that just punish. Yeah, the white Cam. Punish the Titans for the dirty Titans for what they've done. That's what I want to see. Plus, I do want to have Derrick Henry back in my lineup, AJ Brown and Jonnu Smith, please.
Shout out to my man John New. Hey.
So that's my game of the week.
My take is the same as Brian's. I am a Browns fan, but I totally trust Baker. I think he's played a really good 4 games
Did you
overall.
just say I'm sorry?
Yeah, but I totally trust him. I don't have any problem with this play. I think he's a guy you could rely on throughout the year. The Browns defense is terrible. And if you really are thinking of just finding some production, I would definitely look at the Colts receivers, because the Colts have played defenses that you don't really want to try to go deep on. But Browns have the worst secondary in football. I don't know how that's debatable.
Fire up Zach Pascal.
That's terrible.
Pascal.
So yeah, I think Baker's going to play well. I think the Browns' offense is going to score a lot of points, but I think Phillip Rivers is going to let loose and find some receivers deep, because the Browns' defense is probably one of the biggest weaknesses in the NFL right now. Browns have it offensively; they'll do fine, but you really have to look at that receiver you like on the Colts if you have one and think of playing him, because
I don't know, man.
We saw what happens when teams want to throw on the Browns last week. It's not great.
Hey, I just want to bring up something. Phillip Rivers last week, he showed me why I enjoy the Phillip Rivers brand, where he was like, hey.
Oh, he's talking shit?
Yeah, he's like, hey, Roquan. Hey, Jonathan Taylor turned the corner on you. Jonathan Taylor turned the corner on you. And there's no audience, so you can hear this motherfucker. And then he's like, it's like a third and long, right? And so he's clearly trying to get him to jump off sides, right? But then he's doing his cadences, and then he's like, you know what? Fuck that. Hey, Roquan. Jonathan Taylor turned the corner on you. Then he calls the timeout, so you don't get a delay a game. He's like, and then he goes and talks some more shit to him. He's like, Jonathan Taylor.
It's funny because every year Rivers is rated the best trash talker, but he never swears. It's
he
hilarious.
Because he's a Christian. He's like, Farfig Nugan.
He has an alternative
We're gonna
swear
beat the
word.
stew out of you.
Yeah, beat the stew. That's what he actually said last week.
Hey, Farfig Nugan.
To close my take out, overall, I think you could rely on everybody on Cleveland's offense. I think they're pretty reliable. I think they've proven themselves. That defense, though, find somebody. If you have a Colt share on offense, play him, because the Browns defense can't stop anybody unless Myles Garrett can.
They can stop. They're good against the run, though.
Stop. Everyone stop. We're doing this right now.
You guys won?
We're doing this. Oh, I wish we fucking won. If we fucking won.
What's the Lakers score? Did they tie it up finally?
We're Jake, shut. We're here. We're here.
Where?
Oh, Snow. Did they lose?
No, we're not gonna lose.
Did you say oh snow?
I know. I meant to say oh shit and oh no, and it came out oh snow.
Phillip Rivers got you.
Mushrooms, give me my name.
Phillip Rivers got you. Use an alternative swear word.
What if Phillip Rivers doing incompletion is like, dang, Flabbit?
Listen, we're up one with 5:55
Just something stupid like that.
Stop. We're up one with 5:55 to go.
5 minutes.
I'm bring up this topic now. I'm gonna bring this topic up now. If LeBron wins this, does this now rearrange your greatest of all time topics in terms of the NBA? Does Jordan move? Does Kobe move? Does Magic move? Does Shaq move? What happens in your GOAT?
I mean, first of all, Robbie, I thought there was like 30 seconds left the way you were reacting to this game.
He was reacting like in the third quarter.
Yeah,
it was third quarter. He was like,
he was going. Yeah.
I'm ready right now.
Okay, Bogart, go. We'll be quick. Let's go.
I want my fucking banner.
He gave us a segue.
I'm not arranging shit. You know what I mean? Like, listen, bro. Listen. This year is the type of year, he can go and sneak one for your Lakers. No offense, you know what I mean? But
I want my fucking banner.
I know.
Celtics. I'm done with this. I wanted my banner.
And listen, no one gives a fuck about asterisks, but there's gonna be an invisible asterisk this year.
Dude, it's not.
Yeah.
No,
I don't care. Listen, LeBron was already in my top 5 anyway, so you know what I mean. It doesn't. I ain't rearranging shit.
Is LeBron better than Jordan?
No, what the fuck? Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Come on.
Well,
Jordan had to fight off the mob. They killed his daddy.
Tell him, Bogart.
It was
not
a
in the
different
court,
time.
but yes, not wrong.
On and off the
Well,
court. It's violent time in the 90s.
I guess my take is, yeah, I think
Does he beat Tim Duncan?
Yeah, we'll give him that.
Yeah,
So-
they did it once, maybe.
Hey,
Tim Duncan beat him like all the other
Hey,
times.
Derek Fisher got hella rings, and no one never talks about him.
Man, he made that fucking point.
I was about to say he just made.
Hey, Robert Horry is
bring
better
up
than
Derek
Jordan because he has more titles. I'm just saying. He has 7 titles, Jordan only has 6.
No.
Listen, it just depends on if you're gonna go metrics, right? You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna go
Murs,
chip
baby.
metrics.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He got more chips, so theoretically better than the GOAT.
So, my take. So I think LeBron is playing in the best generation of basketball, so he's the best to ever play basketball. He has that for a few years. I think in a few years, I also think Kobe was better than Jordan because they played by competition.
Yes, Kobe is way better than Jordan.
But I think in a couple years, Luka's going to be the best ever.
Hold on.
I think he's going to
They
take
used to
over.
abuse
He'll be
each
better
other.
than LeBron. It's just going to
In
be how the
Jordan's
league
era,
goes.
They were beating motherfuckers up.
I think Luka could outpace and outdo a lot of them.
I think Luka, because he's playing in a more skilled era, is if he keeps up for 4 years and develops his peak
Luka
at like
is the
26,
truth,
27. Yeah, I don't think there's much debate. He should be better than LeBron. And
feel like
a
we
guy who's
talked about this
18
when we
right
did that
now,
Westbrook
should be,
shit.
and a guy who's 18 in high school right now will be better than Luka. The league's getting better. I mean, Jordan's passed, Kobe's literally passed, unfortunately.
It's all that
Hate to say it.
McDonald's that people be
LeBron's
eating.
going to retire.
All these kids are eating McDonald's, bruh.
But yeah, I think every generation's better.
Antibodies, bruh.
There's some dude in 10 years we're going to see that's going to make Luka look bad, and he'll be the best
All
of all
the
time.
kids
It's just how the
grew up
league
on
works.
Chicken nuggets, bruh.
Players get better, man. And the next guy's better than LeBron. Luka's going to find someone better than him, and in 10 years, the best player of all time will be the best player in the NBA because the league will be better. That's just how it
McDonald's
works.
is their entire diet.
Okay. Miles.
Does it move the needle for me on LeBron? No, you can add another notch to his trophy case. Fine. He's the greatest player right now, still playing, and in his generation and his time.
Whoa.
That's why I hate talking about.
Whoa.
Wait, I hate talking about basketball because it's fucking period based. You know, put these guys up one on one. You can't because they're fucking. One guy's 80 already, and he fucking retired 20 years ago. You can't do it. All right, that's why I don't like arguing.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna raise you this question. Is LeBron better than Karl Malone?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. What? Karl Malone.
The mailman?
The mailman.
Yeah.
The mailman doesn't deliver on Sundays. We all know that.
Oh, Brian.
Now, okay.
And he tried to weasel him way to get one and went and joined the Lake Show and he cursed him.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know.
That was a brutal season.
So did
He
Gary
tried-
Payton.
He tried to go
Gary
get
Payton
him
did
one.
that same thing. Gary Payton
Yeah.
tried to do that.
He tried to get him one. He was like,
I have a Gary Payton jersey.
I do too, but mine's a Sonic.
The way the games are called now,
Yeah,
it's
the-
the way they were called back then. Things change, so it's all different. It's all relative
What's
to the
their
time
record,
that they're
Justin?
playing, you know.
Yeah, it's all relative. That's
I don't
Yeah,
like
I
to,
mean-
to argue who the best is. If you can't really, there's no in a vacuum. Then, like, yeah, in some crazy hyperbole, you can maybe simulate a fucking
if
game.
LeBron gets
Hold
four
on,
tonight,
Brian had
I
something
made-
too.
I made
LeBron
this.
gets
My
four
wife
tonight.
just
It
walked in
always-
and handed me this.
It always
Okay,
goes
so-
back to that thing, though, where it's like, look, you went to a girl's house, I don't know how many times, and how many times did you come away? You know what I'm saying? So it always goes back to that. Jordan always walked away or left the next day.
Jordan
He wanted
always
to
got
that
the
way.
pussies, what you saying.
Exactly. I'm trying to be nice and I'm yelling into my wife's in the next time.
LeBron's about to get the pussy tonight. It's
So-
it's 1-on-1 to 1-on-1 here with
Yeah, but he got denied a couple times. That's the thing.
Imagine how angry these NBA players are because if they're legit in a bubble, they ain't none of them getting no
Bro,
action.
like, to me,
Also,
like,
Bubble Bron, like this
You know what-
championship
but you-
was built
yeah,
for
Bubble
him.
Bron.
No fans
Well,
to boo
let-
him
let
or
Brian-
like to freak
let
out
Brian
behind
get his take in.
frustration.
All right. Well, the last thing on Karl Malone is, Gary Payton's call.
Go!
Gary Payton's the glove, right? Karl Malone, I call should have worn a glove. I don't know if you know. If you know, you know. His history. If you know, you know. That's Karl Malone. Should have worn a glove.
No, yeah,
But I agree with you guys. Like, the eras are impossible. And it's not just the time. Like, they're literally playing under different rules.
Right.
Like, there are different rules. So it's
rules.
hard to compare. And then the only other thing I'd say really about one, he wouldn't move. To me, he's at number 2. He would stay at number 2. But then I think the thing that gets glossed over is, to me, there's a difference between best player, like Jake was saying, and there's always going to be the next best player. Like, the league's getting better, the players are getting better. But that, to me, is different than greatest ever. Yeah, greatest deals more with, like, impact, dominating your peers, things like that. So, to me, those are different debates. But I think Jay got a great point with, like, the best ever and Luka. If he stays healthy, he's going to have all the raw numbers. Like, every good player now, like, a triple-double is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're good,
expected.
You're
out of my sleep, man.
That's why no one gives a fuck about you, Russell Westbrook. No one gives a fuck
Brian,
about
I
you.
totally agree with you. I think, like, when you're looking at the generational thing, though, like how I look at it when we talk about the greatest, I'm not looking at it like, is LeBron, like, would LeBron right now beat Jordan in his prime? It's more, is LeBron as ahead of his peers as Michael Jordan was ahead 100%. Of his peers? That's a good point. Like, and so that's why, to me, Jordan is that GOAT. I don't think LeBron is as far ahead of the rest of the NBA as what Jordan was at his time. And I mean, it's hard because you do have a lot of talent and stuff, but I mean, to be real, there was a lot of talent back then for that generation. Like, when you look at it, there were a ton of NBA legends around during that time that he was competing with, and he just dominated. They did great they did what they did, but they were not in the same echelon. There's a reason why they didn't include Michael Jordan in video games, because it wasn't fair. Like, you couldn't include him in a video game and have that game be fair.
Bo Jackson effect.
Yeah, so just leave him out of the game. And that's how I feel about that. And I mean, man, are they bringing back the Sonics yet, or?
Bring them back.
They should.
But it also, so the whole generational thing too, I'm going to take it right back to football with this. It reminds me of...
Let's go, Lakers.
It reminds me of, like, when people talk about Montana and Mahomes. Like, or not Mahomes, sorry, Brady. Who's the greatest of all time? Yeah, and it's like, well, I mean, it was a different game. Like you said, the rules have changed. It's a different game, so it's hard to compare.
You missed the best one, Justin. Ronnie Lott could not make the league today, no coverage skills, but for his time,
right,
best in the league.
Oh my God!
Probably, if you're going to say legacy, the most impactful safety in history.
What's funny is when I was like a little kid, my grandma worked at a hospital, and like I was like the smallest kid in my grade, and like I was like, man, I don't know if I could play football because like I'm so fucking small. And like my grandma she was a nurse at a hospital. Ronnie Lott came and did this like benefit there. And like he came and signed some autographs for me. And he is like, you better go try out for your football team. And I was like, man, I'm going to football practice tomorrow.
Was that pre or post losing his finger?
Yeah,
post.
Yeah, because he just walked around with like a little nub on his pinky because he just get rid of it. I don't need that. I have a Super Bowl to play it. It's fine.
Freaking boss. Cut it
off.
Bro,
that dude's the man. Yeah. And it's not that they needed to cut it off. Yeah, he cut it off so that he could play the next week.
That's a GOAT right there. Yes. Man.
Hey, J Love wants to jump in for the rest of the show.
Hey, I know. Ronnie Lott did have coverage skills. It was just different then, right? Like the only coverage that you need is somebody's dome.
Run routes.
Like he had people's domes covered.
Yeah, you just rocking people, you know, or like they heard his footsteps and like they dropped that shit, you know.
It's like saying, Barkley can play today, didn't have the 3-ball.
Yeah, and tight ends weren't wide receivers back then too. So I mean,
Jimmy Butler's at the line.
So what time do you have? Because I think I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, what's the score update?
Please be ahead of me.
I've got 30 seconds.
Who's up?
Fuck my life. Watch it in real time.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen real quick.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
There we go.
We're done.
No,
Lakers
no.
are done.
What time do you have?
40,
What time?
45.
40
Yeah,
seconds.
I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, we're
Okay, so
done.
now it
We're
matters. Now we're in 30 seconds, so now we can actually care.
Judging by Brian's
Yeah,
demeanor,
basketball's
it
the
might not
only
be that
sport
bad.
where 30 seconds lasts longer than football.
No, we're already done. We're already
Shit,
done.
yeah,
We
each
lost
team
this
has
one.
8 timeouts or something now.
We lost.
Yeah,
this
remember
one.
they used to have 3. No, they had.
Hey, yeah.
How many did they have? 6,
Man,
5.
that was
Let's fucking go!
Hey, I knew it was coming. Because I was like judging
And they
by
do just
Brian's
see they
demeanor.
foul every 3 seconds, which makes it take another 40
You
minutes.
just saw the KCP
Justin played
airball.
basketball. He'd make the foul worth it. He would keep you on the ground.
Right? Yeah.
Tell me you saw that KCP air.
Like, it's
Tell
to the
me-
point where, like, we're about to get fucked. Like, we're about to get
Bro,
fucked.
I was
like whatever.
I used to play pickup games of basketball. I'm not good at basketball, but I used to go play, and I was a defensive back in high school for football. Man, I was great at breaking up passes, but in basketball, apparently that's a foul.
It's a foul.
Yeah.
So what you should do is RKO somebody. Like, they go for a layup, just Randy Orton RKO somebody.
Oh, that
Dude,
my buddy,
down like that one time. doing
my
a
buddy
layup.
was
Some guy just took my arm.
horrible about that. Every time he was our linebacker. Every time you go up for a layup, he's
Motherfuckers, there are
spearing you.
21 seconds.
Yeah,
There's
I have back
21
problems now.
seconds left of stress in my life.
Man, Robbie, you have to tell me you knew, along with everybody in the world, KCP was airballing the shit out of that 3, and it just worked out perfect.
It just happened.
Hey, man, remember when Kobe airballed and it was run or test under the basket? Nobody looked at it like, we lost the game because we didn't rebound the ball that was...
Jake, let's give the man some respect. Use his name, Meta World Peace.
He changed it back, I think, right?
Oh, did he?
I think he did.
Well, it's only
I think he changed it back.
Guys, we have 21 seconds left. We have 21
Okay, next
seconds
topic, guys. Let Robbie freak out, and we'll do the next topic. Let him introduce it
How
right
are we
now.
going to do the next topic? We have 21 seconds left in this game.
It's going to take an hour. It's fine.
Yeah, is there a next topic?
Bring in the Mr. Lover Lover.
Pretty sure that was just a shot of gin at the bottom of that drink.
And, yeah. We'll get you in, J-Love.
There are some topics.
Yeah, no, there are topics. It's just that I'm trying to.
Well, we talked about it, and then you're going to figure if they lose.
He has 21 seconds to go.
Not when.
We'll see. Then what's the point?
When LeBron James secures the sports title tonight.
Jimmy Buckets.
Oh my God.
That does sound good.
Look, either way, it's a foregone conclusion, whether it's tonight or some other time.
Say this.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I will say Jake predicted.
We're done.
Jake the Great, mind you, he predicted the gentleman's sweep.
Fuck that.
I did. I said 5 games.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so
I don't know the score, but
John Jones and Izzy
We're so fucked.
Adesanya
Go ahead, Jake.
been going back and forth on social media lately.
Yep.
Is it time this fight gets made?
yes, it is, and it will not happen because Dana White, or there's some issue here where they can't get it done December 12th. John Jones wants to fight Stipe early next year.
Free dose. Oh,
So the problem is it can't work out because Jones is not going to come back down to 205 after hitting heavyweight. It just doesn't make sense.
So are you saying you think the fight happens at 205 then?
Won't happen. No.
No, if it were to happen,
It would happen at 205, and it wouldn't happen if it doesn't happen this year. And I think everyone knows it. And I want it to happen, it won't happen.
So I don't think Izzy really wants this fight to happen. And this why, because after he just defended his belt, he didn't bring up, these champions that have won multiple belts. He didn't bring up anyone who switched weight classes and their success.
He brought up a motherfucker who's not in the shit.
Well, no, he brought up Anderson Silva.
He wants the
during
fight June
the
2021.
division,
And by then, Jones is a legit heavyweight.
And by defending the belt this many times. So I think that's his goal, is to become
He
the
has
greatest.
3 more, I think, by the way.
Yeah,
3 more
exactly.
fights of a win streak to do it.
At this weight class. So that's why I don't think it's really going to happen. I think it's just trying to build media hype to get his name out there more.
Well, he wants Jones to wait for him until June 2021.
I don't think he really does, though. I don't think he really wants that.
Hey, listen,
like, sure,
anybody
I
who
think he would
wants
like
John
it if it
Jones,
happened.
I think he'd win the fight, by the way. I'm saying I think Izzy would beat him.
I think he would. Well, that's what I think he would like it if it actually
I tend to agree
happened.
with you.
But by asking about it, like you said, it's not gonna. John Jones isn't waiting that long. Like that's not a realistic.
Jones is probably comfortable 240 right now.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
He's no way he's going to go 205.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a realistic possibility to ask him for that. So
And
that's
he
why I
wants to
don't think
fight
he
December
really wants
12th.
it.
And it won't happen then.
That's what I'm saying. I think Izzy's just doing it to build hype around himself.
Which he doesn't need. He's a bigger star than John Jones. I hate to say it. He is.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, he absolutely is. But I mean, you stay that way by keeping hype around your name. And so this is another
John
big name
Jones is a
profile fighter.
phenom,
And there's no one in his weight class that he could have a feud with.
Or
that's gonna
205.
build-
There's
yeah,
nobody besides John Jones who has a name.
That's going to build this hype like
It's
this.
a media
around him.
attention play kind of thing for that's
But,
probably what
I mean, it's hard though because what Izzy said about John Jones. If this fight doesn't happen,
I know, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, you say that, but do you remember Silva and St. Pierre?
I do, yeah.
They were 20 pounds weight difference.
15
for
technically,
10
but
yeah, for 10 years and never fought each other.
well, that's a different era too. I think the concern is Izzy might be 205,
and really they were the same. They were probably the and St.
John
Pierre
Jones
and Silva
been
were
trying
probably the same weight walking around.
I think John Jones is smart too because he was like, I'm gonna get into this heavyweight shit. Like, you know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah, he was slowing down. He was probably going to lose his next fight.
Yeah.
Like, he was getting beat up in that weight class.
Look at what's his name? Came over from Strikeforce as a heavyweight kickboxer. Oh my God, black dude from Holland.
Never mind. I was gonna say Henderson.
From Holland.
I think Holland.
Why am I, if it's from Holland, I
From
should
Europe
know his
somewhere.
name. I know,
Oh
but
my
I
God.
From
I
Europe.
can't believe I can't think of his name right
Lakers
now.
lost, I think.
Why'd you spoil it for him?
UFC.
I saw Game 6 in the chat. So, Miami won.
I was gonna let him in real time.
Yeah, the NBA save some money for another game. That's good.
Yeah.
You called the gentleman sweep, my guy.
I was wrong on that one. But yeah, I just don't see the fight happening. It doesn't seem to make sense right now. Izzy has his own path.
Wait, the gentleman
Jones
sweep would
does
be
not
in
want to
five,
fight
right?
at 205 anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just doesn't make sense to me to have this fight booked. in terms of-
Overeem, that's who I was thinking of.
Alistair Overeem?
Yeah, because he used to
Yeah,
fight
he
at
was on
205.
Holland, yeah.
Yeah, and then he started losing at 205, so then he switched.
He started
to heavyweight.
losing to the drug test.
Well, no, that was after. That was
Hey,
after
the
he
drug
moved to
test
heavyweight.
is a tricky
After,
thing.
yes.
Yeah, because he went from 205 to 260 in less than a year. That's impressive.
I know how to beat every drug test out there.
Yeah,
was,
and looked like he was etched out of
He's doing the
stone.
most
It was
drugs
amazing.
It just
Yeah,
destroys
well, we have
the system.
What's the next topic? I mean, someone else has a take on it. I don't know if anyone else thinks this fight can happen. I don't see it
Lakers
happen.
lost tonight. Lakers lost tonight. No good.
Hey, let's get
Robbie,
a virtual hug going.
Robbie,
Let's go.
does this loss affect how you rank LeBron in your?
Yes, this one game ruins everything. You know that Game 3 versus the Jazz in '98?
It goes Kobe. It goes Kobe, Michael, Michael,
Derek Fisher, Runner Test,
Tim Duncan,
Yeah.
fucking LeBron
appreciate it.
James.
Fundamental.
He put Tim Duncan over LeBron though.
Because he lost the night.
Delonte West is ahead of LeBron now, right?
He's like, it's settled. It's settled.
Is Delonte West ahead of LeBron now?
Delonte West has been ahead of LeBron.
And then
Hey,
you
he's
got to
back on the
put
rise.
Sean. You got to put Sean Kemp up there.
He's doing well.
Yes.
Zero
Post
championship.
buffet Sean Kemp too in Cleveland.
Every Sean Kemp was post buffet.
So you already wins. You
I'm
already
telling
wins
y'all,
to John
we
Jones.
go my
Adesanya.
dubs finna get the Greek freak, and we're gonna be a problem.
You already beat me to John Jones Adesanya. You already started talking about that.
We did.
Hey, raise the morale, Admiral.
What do you have to
Raise
say
the
about it?
morale.
No, fuck that.
Raise the morale. Come on, dude. You'll be all right. You know you're finna
Hey,
win this thing.
I'm here to celebrate some morale.
Are you that afraid of Jimmy Butler?
Fuck no, I'm not afraid. I'm not.
There
that
you
afraid.
go. Raise the morale.
Like he didn't use the Miami Rumboyz After Dark thumbnail I sent.
You didn't want to jinx it. It would have been a jinx.
He's like, "Can you resize this?" And I was like, "I can't." And he's like, "Well, if we can't use it."
It might have been. It might have been actually the good luck charm you might have needed.
I could. Oh, you should send it to me. I can resize things.
Yeah.
Hey,
He manages
thumbnail
everything.
size.
That's just the clock. He's like,
hey. Listen,
I just
ladies
don't
and
manage
gentlemen-
time. I can resize things.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have tuned into the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We've been live with you guys for about.
oh, you're ending it. Where's J Love? Let's get J Love in this bitch.
Get J Love in the after party.
We don't got
Oh,
no
yeah,
more
that's
topics.
We're out of topics.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna front. I didn't read the game script because like I was on a level.
You're in Luigi mode. Look, J Love has just been hanging out backstage the whole time.
For like 10 minutes,
Poor
yeah.
guy.
Yo, what
I'm
the fuck
like,
is
bring
wrong
him-
with
I was like,
hair?
bring
Robbie
J
hasn't
Love.
looked at the screen in 10 minutes. He's
Yo,
been preoccupied.
What's up, J Love?
Yes, yeah. What up, J Love?
What's good?
How you doing,
Well,
brother?
little baby.
Little baby. I'm gonna reface
Little
you.
bruh, he's-
I'm gonna
he's
reface
little
your
big bruh.
your
Bruh,
face
he's taller
on
than
actual
most
little
of us.
baby.
Yeah, do it.
I was hooked on that reface app for a while.
Dude, I'm still on it. Man.
Hey,
I
there
finally
was
broke
one.
away. I finally broke away.
It's
Hey, my
been
girl
on
made
like
me
2
one
weeks.
on I was Forrest Gump, bro. I couldn't stop dying watching that shit.
Hey.
I'm Forrest Gump.
I got so
Bro,
many.
I
on my
put
phone.
all of like I take the picture of me with my full ass beard and put it on like any female pop star, and it's just fucking hilarious.
Fellas, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this the right way. We're all about to chill. For our second anniversary, for our second year anniversary, I feel like we should all like get behind the scenes and like.
Yeah, I still got a full drink here.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like,
keep this thing running.
at the way that you guys.
I don't got no kids here. My girl and my kids, they're somewhere else, and I'm.
Me too.
I'm-
Same deal.
I started Luigi tonight. Let's go.
Yeah.
Miles started Mario.
And I Bogart, you get that text I sent you?
Listen. I definitely got it,
Text
but
message.
I was reading. And everything looks like hieroglyphics.
Wait till we get off the air. Wait till we get off the air, and Bogart says what he has to say. So like, yeah, like,
we're getting off now. All right, fuck it.
yeah, we're about to get off.
We'll be
we're
back
about to
we're
get
going
off-
backstage. We're
Go
going
after the
backstage.
show, Bogart.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. We're gonna have some family time. We're gonna
I
have
am
family time.
Luigi.
Everybody wants to hang out with us after the show. Sorry, viewers. Next time.
Yeah.
If-
Not next
yeah.
time.
But make sure y'all subscribe and hit that notification bell.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey, fellas, let's do this shit. So this has been the best second year anniversary like I could have ever asked for. I appreciate all of you guys. I thank you for being a part of this because once I said like I said like without you guys none of this is possible. Like I couldn't do this without a team. Like if you think you can do this shit all by yourself, you're
Don't
stupid as
cry.
fuck. You're stupid as fuck. You're stupid
Here's
as
to another
fuck.
forever
Like,
years.
hold on.
He was gonna
Hold
make me
on,
cry.
I'm gonna maximize myself really fucking quick for this really quick. All right,
Yeah.
I gotta put this
You know,
message
I just
out
fuck
there.
with you.
Hey, really quick, if you feel like you could accomplish this whole being an entrepreneur and running a business thing by yourself, I'm gonna be the person to let you know that you're exclusively fucking stupid. Okay, and here's why: because you need a team. You need someone that's gonna be your writers.
It
You need
takes a
someone.
village.
You need someone that's going to be your editors. You need someone that's going to, just be that person that you can talk to on a day-to-day. Just be like, yo, this is what I'm thinking. This is how I want to shoot the shit. So all of y'all that are out there that have dreams and ambitions, don't stop on those dreams and ambitions, but also look at what your game plan is and figure out how you can really make that game plan adapt and work for you. If it's not working, change that bitch up. Like, be like water. Be Bruce Lee.
Switch it up,
Be
B.
water. I couldn't be who I am without the late great clock management. Right here,
Late
you
great.
guys see.
He acting like he died.
Yeah, I'm still here, man.
Yeah, I couldn't
What's
be what I
going
am
on
without
here?
without clock management. I couldn't be what I am without the GMM network. I couldn't be who I am without Rumboyz Combat Jake. I definitely could not be who I am without my chief editor, Miles, Fantasy Football Peacock.
And the co-editor.
And our co-editor, our co-editor, Rumboyz J Love. I know he just popped in, but you guys
Benjamin Button.
You know,
Benjamin Button.
The real Justin Bieber.
Exactly.
No,
yeah, the real
Benjamin
Justin Bieber.
Button.
Brian,
shit,
I
Benjamin
appreciate
Button,
you for being our special guest for tonight. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks,
hopefully
Brian.
we bring you on to the crew, figure out what the fuck happened.
And,
But I
and
mean,
kick it with us after if you still down, man. You know what I mean?
but I mean, fellas,
I'm out here on the
that,
East Coast.
It's late in the month.
Yeah, it's late here too. It's 11:48.
But hey,
Oh,
fellas,
hey, I never got to get to my game of the week. I just want to say my game of the week is actually the Bungles Ravens game. Bruh, it's going to be Joe Burrow. He's smoking a cigar talking about, I'm finna show you something, Lamar Jackson. I'm finna show you something.
cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz girls want to do. NFL AM, we'll predict all the games. We'll roll out fantasy lineups. This is just fun tonight.
I don't know why I just realized I forgot my
I know, I love it. Because
Rum Zone.
you got a
Rum Zone
memory
on
like an
Sunday.
elephant.
Yep, NFL Rum Zone. We're going to be litty. Yo, fellas, dilly.
Woo! They kicking in now, boys.
Yeah, and you were about to take some more.
I am going to take some more.
This is the madness or brilliance.